your screen.
Coming through.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. So should I just get into this stuff?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to talk to our, my guests. I mean, a lot of people came from Facebook. A lot of came from my teams, my lists.
That's
But
awesome.
I always like to give some good value, and I'm very picky about who actually comes and trains. So,
Yep.
welcome to 2014. One of our guest trainers. Here we go, Clay.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, before we get started, I'd love to hear in the or in the questions if you could just tell me kind of what your business model is. Is it network marketing, or is it like do you have a local business, or just let me know what either your business model is or what you suspect it will be. It's internet marketing, affiliate marketing, um, any empowered network people here, direct sales, solopreneur, network marketing, internet marketing, online marketing. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Okay, cool, cool. Oh, you guys are awesome. All right. All right. So, with that, with kind of this like network marketing and affiliate marketing focus, I went ahead and I changed up the presentation a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit more focused on this is going to be a value to everyone, but I really wanted to dial in. I saw there was a lot of Empower Network people here and a lot of people doing affiliate marketing and network marketing. So we're going to veer a little bit from the worksheet. But I will send you out I will send you out the slides from this presentation. So don't fill out. I'm going to just say that a little bit. Just don't worry about the worksheet being perfect. I'm going to send out something new to you because we switched this up because I want to serve you to the greatest degree. So let's go ahead and get into this info and into this training. We're going to be talking about what I have seen have been the four most important web pages in your online business and how to tweak them to skyrocket your revenue in the next 3 months by using an automated marketing tactic. And I want to share the story behind this webinar. So this webinar has been made as the direct result of an experience I had. So back in the day, I knew I knew that I wanted to double our revenue. It was a very clear goal of mine. I knew exactly what I was going to buy. I had a very strong kind of personal sense of why I needed to double our revenue. And I started thinking about all the different ways to double our revenue. And the first idea I had for doubling our revenue was, what if I could double the amount of traffic that I get to my websites? That was my first thought. What if I doubled my traffic? And so I went out and um, I did more blogging and I did more social media and I did more SEO, and I did everything that I had been told to do, and I did get a boost in revenue. I got in about a month after just working my tail end off, doing a bunch of stuff like this, maybe making more content. After about a month, I saw about a 20% bump in revenue as a result of getting a 20% bump of traffic. So I did increase my traffic 20%, and my revenue increased about 20%. So it was true that all things being equal, a 20% bump in revenue came from a 20% increase in traffic. But that wasn't the doubling that I was looking for. So the next idea that I had was, what if I'm not able to double my traffic, but what if I could double my conversions, right? What if I could double the percentage of people that saw my sales page that ended up buying? So I went out and I busted out that word processor, and I started rewriting my sales letter. And I did rewrite it. At least I rewrote part of it. But I didn't. I wasn't able to do the whole thing. I'm the kind of person where when I've created a sales video, I kind of don't want to think about it or touch it for about another year. Because when I've created a sales page or a sales video, it's so hard to redo those videos. They take so much time and effort. So I was like, well, I redid the script, but I don't really have time to redo the whole video. I don't have, an entire 3 weeks to devote to this and the production value and paying everyone involved. So I was like, well, I'm not going to double my revenue by doubling the conversion rate on my sales page. So the next thought I had was, what if I'm not able to double my traffic? And what if I'm not able to double the percentage of people that see my sales page who buy? But what if I'm able to double the percentage of people that come to my website who end up opting in, right? Who end up getting on my email list? What if traffic stays the same, and conversion rate, or and the percentage of people who see my sales page who buy, what if that stays the same? What if the only change isn't traffic or conversion? What if it is the percentage of people that come to my website who get on my list? What if that's the only thing that I focus on? What if I could double that number? So I stayed up that night, and I went to my main opt-in page on my website, and I played around with it a little bit. And I tweaked some things, I improved some things, and I went to bed that night. After spending about a half an hour on this, I went to bed that night, and I got up the next day, and I was checking my opt-in stats. And by employing just a few tweaks, I was able to double the conversion rate on my main opt-in page. I was able to double the percentage of people that came to my opt-in page who ended up opting in. And lo and behold, that month, as a result of doing this, I doubled my revenue. Because I doubled the percent. I didn't double the traffic and I didn't double the conversion, but I doubled the percentage of people that got on my email list. And those people ended up finding more about me. So I was like, hey, this is awesome. I doubled my revenue this month. So what I did after that was I systematically went to all the opt-in pages in my business and I tweaked them. And not only did I do that, but I also systematically went to all my websites and added more opt-in opportunities. So I added more opt-in opportunities, and I tweaked the existing opt-in pages that I had. And as a result of doing this over several months, I was able to not only double my revenue that first month, but I doubled my revenue the next month. And then I doubled my revenue the next month. And then I almost doubled it again for the fourth month in a row, right? So I doubled it, and then I doubled it again, then I doubled it again, and I doubled it again. So that was almost a 16x increase in revenue, and it ended up being about a 15x increase in revenue, not by doing anything with traffic and not by doing anything with my sales pages, but by focusing on building my list and increasing the percentage of people that come to my website who buy. And so that's what I'm going to be showing you in this webinar. Is I'm just going to be showing you those tweaks that I made to increase my revenue. And I want to thank people for coming. As I saw, there were registrations pour in from all over the world. Australia, it looks like every single major continent is affected here. So I just want to thank you for that. So I also want you to know that this webinar is live. So please ask questions as you have them. A lot of people show up on webinars and they want to be like passively entertained, and they want someone to kind of do some infotainment stuff. And that's not what we're doing tonight. What I'm going to be showing you stuff is hopefully it'll be enjoyable, but it's ultimately very serious, and it's about your livelihood and your income, and making a huge dent in that. So what I'm going to be doing over the next bit of time is I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step business plan for doubling your online revenue. My hope is that this will double your online revenue in the next 6 months, but realistically, I think you can do it in 3. So what we did, 4 months in a row in terms of doubling our revenue, my hope is that you'll be able to double it once or twice in the next 3 months. And I used to be a marketing educator. I used to charge for the kind of information that I'm going to be giving you tonight. But now that I have a software company, we don't really sell information anymore. So I can really give it all to you. So it's not like, like a lot of times people who sell marketing information, they have like this book of like 10 marketing secrets, but they could only tell you like 3 of them so that you'll buy the other 7. I'm not like that. I have no motivation whatsoever to hold back any information from you. So if I have some information, right, if you have a question, I will answer it. And again, I'm not worried that if I tell you something, you're not going to buy my thing or whatever, because I don't really sell information. So I'm going to be giving you an evergreen business plan. A lot of people have told me that this is the most valuable webinar that they've ever been on in terms of their online business. I hope that's the case for you. I'm not going to promise that's the case for you, but certainly let me know what you think about it. Also, there is no informational tease. Again, it's not like I'm going to like dangle something in front of you but not give you the whole story because I'm trying to like sell you something. I am just going to give you all the information that I have. So we're going to go for about an hour and a half. And I want you to get out your notepad while you're going through this. And I want you to write things down, but I don't want you to write down like interesting ideas or cute quotes or some fun fact that you're going to share at a party. I don't want you to do that. I want you to only write down things that you're going to do, okay? Only things that you're going to do. I want you to exercise the discipline of not fooling yourself into think you've accomplished something by writing something down, unless you're writing down something that you're going to do within the next 24 to 48 hours, because everything I'm going to be sharing here tonight you can do very, very quickly. 75% you can deploy in the next 24 to 48 hours. And so I'm going to expect that from you. And so I guess right now, rather than getting, I know a lot of people do some about thing and they show like, houses and cars and like all that whatnot. And I don't really have a, I don't know, we've done millions and millions online, but I don't really need to show off any of. I'm not really into showing my stuff. So if the content doesn't speak for itself, then that's your call. This content will speak for itself, and I'll be backing this up with data. So I'm not really going to get into the about me. I'm the co-founder of a software company called Webpages. We've had over, I think we've definitely had over 16,000 customers by now. We're probably in the 17,000 range. And we've got a team of about 40. And the marketing systems that I'm going to be showing with you today are the same kind that have built our company. So we're having a good time. So the first type of page that I'm going to encourage you to create to kind of reproduce that 15x growth that we had, at least to attempt to, and I know you can, but the first type of page I'm going to encourage you to create is what I call the resource guide opt-in page. Okay, the resource guide opt-in page. And hold on one second. Yep. Okay. So the first page I'm going to encourage you to create, and these are basically the 4 pages we create in our own business. But the first kind of page I'm going to encourage you to create is called the resource guide opt-in page, and this is an example of a resource guide opt-in page. So every business really needs at least one resource guide opt-in page in their business. This is the highest converting evergreen opt-in page we've ever used. And it's really kind of crazy how well this works. So it's called the resource guide opt-in page because you opt in here and you get a list of resources. So I'll just show you. So you opt in on this page and you get a resource guide like this, right? It's just a list of resources. And what kills me, what just absolutely crushes me, is that it took me about 3 minutes to write this headline, and it took me about 15 minutes to write that copy. Remember when I said I stayed up one night and I spent about a half an hour on something? Well, what I did during that 15 minutes was I wrote this headline and I wrote this list of resources. So all in all, coming up with a headline, creating this document that people get after they opt in, this resource list, it took me about half an hour to do all this. And what kills me about this is that back in the day, I spent about a month writing a free ebook. It was like an 80-page ebook that I gave away. And yet, this page far out converts the page that I gave away that allowed people to download an 80-page ebook. And yet, it took me a half an hour to do instead of a month, right? Also, back in the day, I spent about 3 weeks creating a video course. That video course contained about 10 videos, transcripts of those videos, a mind map, checklist. It was this huge course that I was giving away to people. And yet, that course that I was giving away, the opt-in rate of that course, which took me 3 weeks to create, is far less than this extremely simple page where people opt in and they get this list of resources. So this page, which is again our highest converting evergreen opt-in page, is the simplest, the fastest to produce, and the easiest to create. And there is some like human psychology behind it. For example, research shows that both men and women like looking at pictures of attractive women. So actually we found that landing page, we've tested it, we found that landing pages with attractive women out-convert other kinds of, or often convert other kinds of pages. And again, this holds true with both men and women viewing these pages. So it's not just guys who convert well on pages with attractive women. Another thing that we'll find that we found is that when the person on the sort of the background of your landing page is looking directly at the opt-in box, opt-ins increase. So there's a lot of kind of interesting things that are going on with this page that are pretty cool. So let's move on a little bit. So I showed you the kind of report. So why is this? Let's talk about this. Why is this the best performing landing page we've ever used? Well, the first reason is that it doesn't require someone to process too much information, like a 3-minute video or a page of copy in order to make a decision, right? Someone doesn't have to listen to a big long video or read a whole bunch of text in order to decide whether or not they want to opt in. All they have to do is try and figure out whether or not they want to know the 5 dirt cheap tools I use to create all my videos. That's all they have to know. The second reason why this works is that everyone wants to know the tools that you're using. I'll say that again. Everyone wants to know the tools that you're using. We have this belief as humans that if we only had the tools that the pros have, that we get the same results that the pros get. And often that's true. I'll say that again. We have this belief as humans that if we only had the tools that the pros have, that we get the same results that the pros get. And often that's true. But we as humans, we often would rather acquire a tool than acquire a skill, right? We'd rather acquire a tool than acquire a skill. And often actually the payoff is it's much easier to acquire a tool than acquire a skill. And often the payoff acquiring a tool over acquiring a skill is much, much better. So you'll find that the sort of backing all this up is the finding that very often the best-selling episode or the best-selling issues of magazines like Golf Digest and Photography Magazine and Backpacker Magazine and these kinds of magazines, Running Magazine, that the best-selling issues of these magazines are, for example, with Runner's Magazine, it would be the list of the best-performing cross-country shoes and the best-performing trail running shoes and the best-performing marathon running shoes. If it's Photography Magazine, often the best-selling issue of that magazine is the one where they tell you the top tripods and the top lenses and the top, point-and-shoot cameras, right? Because people love lists of tools. And so things like this do really, really well on the magazine stand, but they also do really well for creating opt-in pages. So here's another one, Buyer's Guide, 325 torture-tested products, Comic Buyer's Guide, Golf Equipment Buyer's Guide. You've seen these kinds of things and you've probably bought them before. You've probably bought these over other issues of that magazine. Fall and winter 12, minimalist shoe buying guide. Here's one that someone was giving away on the internet, 2013 Sprinter RV buyer's guide. So these kinds of resource lists work really well, and they also work really well on pages like this, right? The 5 dirt cheap tools I use to create all my videos. People love to know this stuff. So why is this? Again, why is this the best performing landing page we've ever used? Well, the first reason is it outperforms a free report because a lot of people are experiencing information overload and they simply don't want something else to read. In fact, if you give them something long to read, it has a lower perceived value because their belief is that if they have to consume more information to get a result, then that long thing is keeping them from the result that they want. So actually, it has a lower perceived value when it's longer because they have to read more to get the result versus something that's shorter that can get them the result. Another thing, this kind of page, again, outperforms video opt-in bribes because the perceived value of video has really gone down a lot recently due to the proliferation of launches and YouTube and lack of time. So unless you're dumping a whole bunch of money into video production, chances are that people aren't going to opt in at the same rate to get a free video as they would for a report that a list of resources that you'd give away on this type of page. Also, I found, this is the most surprising finding, I found that people will opt in at a higher rate for a list of resources than they will to opt in to get free coaching. And that goes to show this very important lesson. And the lesson is this: there is no correlation between the value, there is no correlation between the amount of time that you spend creating that opt-in bribe or that lead magnet. There is no correlation between the amount of time you spend creating that thing that you're giving away and your opt-in rate. right? So just because it took you longer to make something to give away doesn't mean your opt-in rate is going to be higher. In fact, often it's the opposite. Once I was giving away free coaching, right? What's more valuable than your time? Nothing, right? I mean, that's really the most limited resource here on earth, is our time. And yet we had a higher opt-in rate for people getting a list of resources than for giving away free coaching. So the time to benefit ratio for creating one of these pages is really high, and you can create one of these pages in minutes. So for example, if you're I'll run through just a couple of these. So example, if you're a real estate agent, you could do something like this: resource guide, the top 5 safest credit boosting home loans of this year. Right when I was buying my home, I would have loved to know this kind of thing. If you're a marketing agency, or let's say you're a life coach, you could do something like app guide, the top 4 iPhone apps for increasing your productivity, including the one that I use every single day. Here's 2 more. If you're a marketing agency, and my point here is that no matter the market or niche that you're in, you can find one of these to do. So if you're a marketing agency, you could do something like this: the top 5 digital marketing tools for local businesses, right? You could give that away on a page like this. If you're a fitness expert or a gym owner or a health coach, you could do something like this: the only 3 pieces of exercise equipment you need in your home. Hint, they all weigh less than 5 pounds. And here's what I found: that you really drive up your opt-in rate. You drive your opt-in rate through the roof when you say things in here that are counterintuitive, right? Because the conversion killer, is when people think they know what you're going to tell them when they opt in. So if people think they know what you're going to tell them when they opt in, they won't opt in. They will only opt in for something that they believe is going to tell them something they don't know. So when you say something counterintuitive, it really helps, right? It is counterintuitive that exercise equipment would weigh less than 5 pounds, right? We assume that exercise equipment weighs a lot. So when we say the only 3 pieces of exercise equipment you need in your home, hint, they all weigh less than 5 pounds, that makes people open up to receiving new information, right? Because they probably don't believe that there are 3 worthwhile pieces of exercise equipment that weigh less than 5 pounds. So you've said something counterintuitive. Here's another one: the top 5 digital marketing tools for local businesses. Hint, the 3 best ones are free. It's counterintuitive that the 3 best ones would be free. So this creates curiosity that gets people to opt in. So let's create one of these in lead pages. So I'm going to show you how you'd create something like this with our software. So I'm just going to log into our lead pages account. And so this is our software, and I just go to like opt-in pages. There's a whole bunch of different, the list really just goes on, and this is just for opt-in pages. We have so many different kinds of pages that we allow you to make very, very quickly. This page, is working really, really well right now. But I'm just going to do a super simple one just for the sake of demonstrating it, and the software is super easy to use. So let me just use this one. This one's been converting really well for us. In fact, you can sort all the templates. We have a network of people using these, and we can sort all of them to see which one is converting best across our entire network. And we found this one works really, really well. But just for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna show you this one. So basically, to change anything, you just click on it. So let me do this exercise equipment one. The only 3 pieces of exercise equipment you need in your home. So I'd read this free report, and so to edit something, I just click on it. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to paste the copy in here. So actually, yeah, okay. Here we go. The only 3 pieces of exercise equipment you need in your home. To change the book, I can just get something on the internet, or, oh, this one's kind of cool. But I'm gonna, let me see. I think I downloaded something the other day that might work for this. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. So this one's kind of about exercise equipment. And I can change out the background if I want to. Like if I want to change out the background, I just, go to the background, and let me see if I can find one that works really well. and I just find these on the internet and buy them. So like this one, the finger's kind of pointing over here. And what's really cool about this page is it's mobile responsive. So, it's going to work on like mobile devices and stuff like that. So let me click here, and I'm editing this page. So the only 3 pieces of exercise equipment you need. I'm going to go here to integration settings, and let's see. These are just the tools we use in our own business: Aweber, GoToWebinar, Infusionsoft, Mailchimp, Constant Contact. But we integrate with a whole bunch of other ones. But let's just click on Mailchimp here, and let's say I'm going to integrate with this form. And so that's loaded. And, I can add other fields too, like if I want to collect phone number and call them, or address or whatever. But for now, I'll just keep it to email address. And I'm going to click save. And call this demo book. Okay. So I'm going to click on save. All right. So I'm going to, yep. Oh, and I have to give a thank you page. Hold on. I have to tell it the page people go to after they opt in. All right. So I'm going to click on save. And what's really cool is that this page is now immediately live on the internet, right? This is a live page, and we host it for you if you want us to. You can also put it on your own servers, or you can use WordPress, which we really like. We're huge fans of WordPress. So you can publish this page that you just created. You can publish it to WordPress or Facebook in 3 clicks. So I'm going to show you how you'd publish this to Facebook in 3 clicks. So here's click number 1, click number 2, and click number 3. So in 3 clicks, in only 3 clicks, I was able to post this page to Facebook. So you can start building your opt-ins here. And for those of you in the Empower Network, you've probably seen a lot of people in the network, or whatever, if you're doing networking marketing or affiliate marketing, you've probably seen a lot of people who are sort of the biggest people in your market. You've probably seen them using these very, very simple pages like this. These pages are just absolutely crushing it in terms of conversion. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So you can create one of these pages very, very quickly. So why should you create a resource guide squeeze page? Well, if you don't yet have a squeeze page up, this will change your business. If you go from not having a opt-in page or a squeeze page to having one, it's very realistic for you to 5 to 10x your business very quickly. I'm not promising that, I'm not guaranteeing it, but that is it. I've seen that kind of thing happen over and over again. So if you don't yet have a squeeze page up, I encourage you to create one. It takes minutes to set up. It doesn't take that much time to create the copy. It converts higher than long-form opt-in pages that require someone to read a lot of text and watch a video. And it really converts higher than anything we've ever seen on an evergreen basis. So if you already have an opt-in page in your business, I guarantee you that this will outperform whatever you're doing right now. And again, you can set this up in minutes. And here's some of the results that people are getting. Eric D wrote in and said, just want to share the results from our landing page. Your software got us an 8x improvement over the basic homepage and a 3x improvement over the previous opt-in. I'm barely even using all the features, no social proof, weak offer, etc. Let's see. Brian Chica said lead pages took my opt-in rate from 8.6% to 23% in a single day. Juan Martitiki from Mind Valley Hispano said these are giving me 3x to 4x conversions against the one I was using before. A couple of tweaks in my biz will make at least 2x the money I was making. Can't tell you how grateful I am for the service you've created. Tara Me says, I've been using this for a little over a month now, and I noticed today that is accounting for 71% of my new list subscribers. Wow. So the first kind of page that I've encouraged you to create is this resource guide opt-in page. This kind of page alone, if you add it to your existing opt-in pages in your business, or you replace your existing ones with this, or if you go from nothing to having something like this, you're going to see a dramatic effect. The second kind of page that I'm going to encourage you to create is the lesson page, okay? The lesson page. So let's talk about the lesson page. What I encourage you to do is create a series of emails that go out after people opt in. So page 1 is your resource guide opt-in page, and people opt in there, and they get this report, right? Whatever report you're giving away, or whatever list of resources. And again, you can create this in like 15 minutes tonight. Um, this resource guide opt-in page. So people opt in on day 0, and what I encourage you to do is using, GVO or Mailchimp or Aweber or whatever you're using. I encourage you to set up a series of emails that go out after someone opts in. So on day 0, they would opt in, but on day 3, they get landing page number 1. On day 6, they get landing page, they get video lesson number 2. On day 9, they get video lesson number 3. And on day 12, they get video lesson number 4, and then on and on and on for a bit, right? So people opt in and they get dripped out. They get email dripped out these things that sort of happen in a pre-programmed series after people opt in. So I'm going to show you an example of this type of page. So let me just go here, open this.
I think that ebook cover is hilarious,
So here's an
by the way.
example of the second kind of page. What did you say?
Sorry, I just wanted to say that ebook cover you brought out, it looks hilarious. I'm just laughing back here. Sorry, I'll mute out.
No worries, man. Um, so the second kind of page that I'm encouraging you to create is this video lesson page, and again, these are dripped out over time after someone opts in, and I want to point out some of the attributes of this kind of page. So the first thing that's going on is that it tells you how many parts are to the series, right? So this says part 1 of 6. The next one that they would get, 3 days later would 2 of 6, right? On day 3, 6, 9, on day 9, it'd be part 3 of 6, 4 of 6 on day 12. So they get sent emails that send people to these pages over time. And the first thing that's going on is we're saying how many parts are in the series, right? There's 6 parts. And when you tell people how many pieces are in the series, then they're much less likely. In fact, it almost completely eliminates people opting out, because they know that you're not going to be emailing them every 3 days indefinitely. They know that this is part of a course and that at some point it's going to be over with. So they don't think you're going to be like blasting their inbox indefinitely. They know they're getting this high value course. The second thing that's going on with this kind of page that makes it work so well is that there's this progress bar, right? So as people go through this, part 2 of 6, part 3 of 6, part 4 of 6, part 5 of 6, part 6 of 6, as people are going through this, this is updating. And it's part of human psychology to not like things that are incomplete. We don't like things that are incomplete as humans. And so just having this kind of progress bar as people go through the content gets people to consume the content at a higher rate, to move through the info, and again, to stick with it and to go through the content. Another thing that's going on with this kind of page is the like button. So the way this is set up is that when someone clicks, like let's say, no matter the page you're on, when someone clicks like, it shows up in Facebook as them liking this page, right? Because if someone comes in at part 3 in the series and they click like, you don't want to send them to part 3 in the series. You want them to opt in, get on your list, and then be emailed out this series of lessons. So when people click as liking this on your page, again, it shows up to all their friends as them liking this opt-in page in Facebook. So you send people to opt-in page, and that grows your list. The next thing that is going on with this page is that in the comment section, when someone when someone comments here, it shows up in Facebook as them leaving a comment on, again, this page. Because if someone leaves a comment on, I guess, video 4, and they leave a comment here, you don't want people going and seeing a video that's partway through the series. You want to send them to your opt-in page. They opt in, get on your list, and then move through this series of videos that gets them to purchase. So again, the second kind of page that I encourage you to create is the lesson page. But let's break this down a little bit. I think it's important to note that this type of page, right, this lesson page is last month's highest grossing type of page in our business, other than our sales page, right? Because of course your sales page makes you the most amount of money. But this kind of page is in second place because it goes out on an automated basis and it creates sales for us day in and day out. So how does this work, right? Well, it works like this. After someone opts in on that resource guide opt-in page, right? After someone opts in on a page like this, they get one of these lessons every 3 days for about 6 weeks. And this is really where the money is made. It's been said that the fortune is in the follow-up. And I believe that's really true. You're not going to sell to someone the first time they come to your website. But if they opt in, you can build a relationship with them over time, hook them up with all kinds of cool stuff, and eventually make the sale. And this means that you don't just make money when you launch, right? When you have this automated pre-programmed series, it means you don't just make money when you launch. It means you don't just make money when there's a webinar or when there's some special promotion or the bonuses are going away or the price is going down or there's a whole bunch of like marketing gimmicks that often people create to drive sales. And when you have this kind of automated follow-up sequence in place, it means you make money on an evergreen basis, right? You make money day in and day out, not just when you're doing one of those special promotions, right? It gets you paid each and every day. So how to set this up, right? Here's what I recommend you do in your business to set this up, right? Every 3 days, what I recommend you do is create a video blog post where you teach something that is 100% valuable on its own, and then at the end, point out something extra people would get if they bought your product. So let's say you're selling a blogging platform, right? You might, in the first 4 minutes of your video, tell people the benefits of blogging, how it helps with SEO, how to brainstorm interesting blog posts, and then in that last minute, so you spend the first 4 minutes delivering 100% value, and then in the last minute, you tell people about something extra they'd get if they bought something from you. So the first 4 minutes giving value, the last minute telling people something extra they'd get if they bought your program. Another example, if you're a health coach, right, you might spend the first 4 minutes talking about your 4 favorite superfoods and how and why they'll give you more energy and how to think about them. And then in the last minute, you tell people something extra they'd get if they got health coaching from you. So first 4 minutes talking about your 4 favorite superfoods, and then the last minute you tell people that if they bought coaching from you, that you'd create a recipe and a lifestyle plan based on these superfoods, that you'd help them develop a series of meals that they can feed to their family around these superfoods to have more energy, lose weight, and feel better, right? So that's sort of the format for these videos, is spend the first 3 minutes or first 4 minutes giving value and spend the last minute telling people something extra they'd get if they bought your thing. It's very casual, right? It's really just easy and cool, right? And people love it. So initially, when you make, whoa, what did I do? Initially, when you make one of these videos, email your entire list about the video. Email everyone on your email list. But then, after you've emailed your entire list, then add these posts to your lesson sequence and get about 6 weeks of these together. So here's what I mean. The first time you make your video, email everyone on your email list and send them to that blog post with that video on it. But then, after you've made this video and you've emailed your entire list, then take that exact same video and put it on one of these lesson pages. And when do people get this? Well, the people who opt into your email list after you emailed everyone about this post, everyone who opts in after that initial email will find out about it, but they'll find out about it through one of these, drip sequences, right? So they'll get it, but they'll just get it as it's sort of emailed out to them. And what we found is that when we take the exact same video that was on our blog and we put it on one of these special lesson pages, that it converts at about 4 times higher rate, right? So we're just taking content that we're putting on our blog and we're putting it on one of these video lesson pages. And so I'm going to show you how you would create one of these pages in Lead Pages. It's super simple. So I'm just going to maybe grab this video. So I'm going to go into Lead Pages and just go to Other here. And what kind of page am I going to grab? I'm going to grab, it's called Video Lesson Page for Autoresponder Follow-Up. So it's very aptly titled. And you know, I can swap out the logo. So I'm just going to click here on this logo, and I'm going to go to, maybe I'll just grab the Remax logo, right? Because it's a logo I have on hand. And I might say, like, you know, free business building course, part, you know, and I might say part. What's really cool is, remember when I talked about this? Well, if I put part 204, it goes to 50%. But then if I adjust any of these numbers, right, because we're going to make a series of these, right, now I say 2 of 8 and it goes to 25%. But if I say part 2 of 12, then it goes to 16.7%. So it's automatically adjusting these for you. Maybe I should say free home buying course because it's Remax. But and I can turn off any part of the page that I want. So I'm going to mark this as hidden. And I can put a video in here. I can use any kind of video if you're using, you know, Wistia or Easy Video Player or whatever you're doing. If you can get embed code, then it will absolutely work. So when I click here, it gives me this, and I just go to embed, and I just grab this video code, and just paste it right here. And let's see. Click here to download the, you know, I'll turn that off because I don't want it to be here. And I might say, you know, get, you know, if I were doing the Empower Network thing, I might be like, get, you know, I might say something like that. And then I'd put in my affiliate link here or whatever I'm doing. You know, my affiliate link.com, something like that. And I can even turn off the comments if I want, right? If I'm too early and I don't think I'd get a lot of comments. And so here this is, and just to save this, all I do is I type in lessons. I just save the page. And what's cool is that this page is already, it's live on the internet. It is mobile responsive. So as you can see, you know, if someone's going to look at this on an iPhone or something, it's going to adapt to work on that page. And we're just repurposing video content that we're putting on our blog that we're probably already making anyway. And again, I showed you earlier how I could publish this to Facebook in 3 clicks. Well, it's the same with WordPress. You can publish this to WordPress in about 3 clicks. So super easy to use, or I can download it and put it on my own server, or, you know, Lead Pages will host it for me for free. So it's really easy to create this kind of page. And people are getting amazing results. These people say it converts better and it looks better too. Rodney Doubt says the results are back from the split test, and this page outperformed the original page by 26%. You know, so people are just getting phenomenal results with these kinds of pages. So we've talked about how to create the resource guide opt-in page, and we've talked about how to create this kind of lesson page, right? Well, the third type of page that I'm going to encourage you to create is the webinar registration page, okay? The webinar registration page. And why should you do webinars? Well, forget money. Let's just even forget money for a second. Even if not one person ever shows up for your webinar, and even if they never directly grow your business at all, you should still be doing webinars, because webinars are hands down the highest converting type of opt-in pages right now. If we go to Lead Pages and we sort the pages by conversion rate, we'll see that the highest converting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that 8 of the top 12 highest converting pages on our entire platform are webinar registration pages. Again, 8 of the 12 highest converting pages on all of lead pages are webinar registration pages. Um, and so they're just crushing it. So why should you do them? Even if no one ever shows up, you should do them because they will build your list. And so even if you're not good on webinars, even if you have nothing to say, even if you have no presentation prepared, you can still get on a webinar and you can do Q&A and answer people's questions. And that builds relationships. And that gets people to buy from you. And that gets people to engage with you over and over and over again. Because when else in this day and age can you spend an hour hanging out with people that you've been fortunate enough to meet online, right? That's very, very rare. When else in this day and age can you spend that amount of time and directly answer their questions and address their objections? You're lucky. Usually you're lucky if you can get someone to watch a 5-minute YouTube video, let alone spend an hour with you. So you should do them because they're going to build your list and they're going to build your relationships. And they've made us more money in terms of event-based marketing, not in terms of evergreen marketing, but in terms of event-based marketing. Webinars have made us more money than anything we've done. And you'll notice that all the highest paid people in your network or in your market or in your niche, they are all doing webinars. You've probably noticed they're all doing webinars. Every single one of them, without exception, are doing webinars on a regular basis. And the reason why is that they work. And so if you aim and aspire to do as well as whoever your hero is in your market or your network or your niche, you need to absolutely be doing webinars as well. Webinars are also great for getting new quality traffic, right? The kind of people who stay on a webinar with you are the kind of people you want to work with. They're people who are passionate about what they're doing. They're people who care about what they're doing. Also, webinars are great for eliminating content block. A lot of times, people can't produce that info product or can't produce that lead magnet or that thing they're going to give away when people opt in, right? They spend forever doing that. But if you invite people to a webinar where you're going to deliver that presentation, you have to show up at that time and deliver because you've told people you're going to be there. People have signed up. They expect it. You have to stand and deliver. So webinars are great for eliminating content block. Webinars are also great for partnerships, right? It is unlikely that someone with a much bigger list than you, who's completely out of your league, it's unlikely that they are going to that they're going to mail their list and mail them to your sales page, right? They're probably not going to mail them to your sales page, and they're probably not going to mail out your affiliate link or your network link. But there is a chance that if you do a webinar with them and you arrange to teach something to their list, that they'll email their list to a webinar registration page. Also, if you ever want to learn public speaking, I used to suck at public speaking. I went to Yannick Silver's Underground event, and I was voted Marketer of the Year, and I won Best Talk, right, out of over 15 people there. But it didn't start out that way. I used to suck at public speaking, but I learned how to do public speaking by doing webinars. So I just did webinar after webinar after webinar, and I learned how to give a presentation. And then transitioning from doing a webinar online to giving a talk in person, that was just a really easy transition. So a lot of people need training wheels to learn how to be powerful, engaging people on the stage. And that training wheels is often webinars. So webinars are just fantastic in so many ways. And so I'm going to show you some of my favorite webinar registration pages. So right now, I'd say, this one might be my favorite webinar registration page. And there's a number of reasons why this kind of page works so well. So I'm going to break down why this is probably the highest converting page in all of lead pages. So the first reason why this page converts so well is that it has a countdown timer, right? So right now it says 000, but usually it's counting down to whatever date is being set here. So January 25th has already happened, right? But we're finding that across the board, pages with countdown timers are outperforming pages without countdown timers. So all things being equal, if you add a countdown timer to a given page, it will convert better. Um, so, and why does it do that? The first reason it does that is because it creates urgency, right? A lot of times people, like, I might not know what April 3rd is. I might not know when that is. I might not even know what the current date is. So I might not know what April 3rd is, but I do know what 28 days, 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 13 seconds is, right? And if it's counting down here, then it creates urgency. The second reason why adding a countdown timer helps so much is that whenever anything is moving on your page, whenever anything is moving on the page, people look at it longer. The human eye is drawn to movement, right? So if this is ticking down, I'm going to look at it more because the human eye is drawn to movement. And when I look at something longer, I stay on the page longer. And when I stay on the page longer, it increases the likelihood that I'm going to opt in, right? And so I often say around this countdown timer creating urgency, I often say that if I owned a bar, I'd have a countdown timer in that bar pointing to the street, right? And in the morning, the countdown timer would count down until when the bar opened. And when the bar opened, I'd have the countdown timer counting down to when happy hour starts. And when happy hour starts, I'd have it counting down until when happy hour was over. And when happy hour is over, I'd have the countdown timer that's facing the street, I'd have it counting down to when the bar closes. And then after the bar closes, I'd have it counting down to until when the bar opens again. And I'd probably, sadly, create a lot of alcoholics that way, right? Someone would be driving by, oh, look, happy hour's over in 15 minutes, right? I'm going to park and get that. So having a countdown timer on this page helps a lot. Another thing that helps opt-ins a lot on this kind of page is that it has a mind map, a blurred out mind map. And so that drives curiosity. We tell people that we'll give them the mind map after they opt in. So what's cool about this mind map is that there's enough here so that you can kind of see what's on it, but there isn't enough so that you can read it. So it drives curiosity. People can kind of make out what's there, but they can't quite see it. So they'll opt in to get that mind map. Another thing about this page and why it converts so well is that it is mobile responsive, and almost all webinar registration pages are not mobile responsive. Another thing about this page and why it works so well is that it has a two-step opt-in process. And this is key to so much of what we do. So there's a two-step opt-in process. And usually it's down here, but I'm in the editor, so it's not going to display exactly how it usually does. So here's why a two-step opt-in process is so huge. If you can, it's so huge because it creates behavioral inertia, and it creates a yes ladder. So if you can get someone to say yes at a low level of commitment by clicking this button, it creates a pattern where they're more likely to say yes at a higher level of commitment by opting in, right? If you can get someone to say yes at a low level of commitment by clicking this button, it drastically increases the likelihood that they'll opt in at a higher level of commitment when they see this box, right? If you can get someone to say yes to this, then they're much more likely to say yes to this. So when an opt-in page, or when the opt-in box is right here embedded on the page, someone can kind of read around the page and then see the opt-in box and mostly ignore it and then leave. But the second they see this box, they have to make a decision one way or another about whether or not they're going to opt in, right? They have to make a decision one way or another. And this might be worth writing down. You get people, conversion rates always increase when you get people to make a decision, right? Because of this truth. 100% of the people who don't make a decision either way about opting into your list will not opt in, right? 100% of the people who don't make a decision won't opt in. But some percentage of people who do make a decision will opt in, right? So 100% of the people that don't make a decision don't opt in and don't buy. Some percentage of the people who do make a decision do opt in. So when you have this, this forces a decision one way or another. Another reason why this works so well is because when people arrive at a page, they're making a decision about whether or not it's a giving page or a taking page, right? A giving page or a taking page. And when you go to a page and you don't immediately see an opt-in box, it looks like a giving page. But if you only ask for people's email address when they ask to be asked, then you still maintain that you're a giving page, right? So this looks a lot more favorable to someone than having a bunch of opt-in boxes all over the page, right? Because you're only showing it to them when they ask to be shown it. So this kind of page is crushing it for us. And you can create this page literally in seconds in lead pages. So like I'll just go in and let me just grab this dude and I'll put in uh, I'll put in Lawrence's face and I'll just grab this one and I'll put me in there, or maybe I'll get I don't know who that guy is, but he's pretty awesome. And if I want to change the background color, um, I'll go to style settings and, I can, let's say I want to make this black, boom, I can make it black. If I want to change anything, I literally just click on it. Let me go to opt-in form integration. So let's say I want this to integrate with MailChimp. And I also want it to integrate with Aweber. So that means when someone opts in, they're not only added to my email list, but they're also added to the webinar. So I get to keep them so I can mail to them over and over again, and I get to add them to this webinar so they can sign up. So I'm going to click here on customize this form, and it's loading all the form fields. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to do this when I'm on a webinar because it's broadcasting my screen to you, and all the info has to go back and forth. Just give me a second here.
That is an awesome feature that I didn't know you guys could do.
What's that?
Being able to register a lead and a go-to registration at the same time.
Yeah, it's worked out really, really well for us. And what we're finding is, okay, here we go. Yeah, it's so you can take that email address and you can send it to multiple locations, right? It's not just going to go to webinar, but you also get to keep it on your list, which is awesome because you get to keep them in both places. So um, people are really, really stoked about that, and it's something that you really won't find other solutions allowing you to do. All right, so this page is now, I'm just going to save it, and this page is now live on the internet, right? So this is a live page and mobile responsive. I can replace this mind map with other things. I can place these bullet points. I can get rid of the bullet points, but this is completely done. And so these kinds of pages are absolutely crushing it. So here's what I recommend that everyone do. Okay, do one webinar every 2 weeks and do them live. They're going to convert better when they're live, and you can directly answer people's questions when they're live. And this is truly one of the few opportunities that you have to talk directly with customers in a live setting. So here's what I recommend, right? Remember, do that resource guide opt-in page where people get this list. Remember, and then so this happens on day 0. On day 3, they get lesson number 1. On day 6, they get lesson number 2. On day 9, they get lesson number 3. On day 10, invite them right here to your webinar. And I already showed you how to create one of these. So these are just crushing it for people. Like Ryan Dice from Digital Marketer Lab said, a few weeks ago, I held a webinar. The registration page converted at 72%. This was by far the highest converting landing page I've ever tested. Confession, I didn't design it, and neither did my webmaster, but I was able to make it in about 3 minutes using lead pages. Samantha Hartley says, by the way, when we switched from our old page to this one, we doubled the conversion rate. Andy Andrew said, we got a 70% plus conversion with that template. I guess that means my copy is as good as Ryan Dice's, which is kind of funny. The last kind of page, the very last kind of page that I'm going to encourage you to create, the fourth kind of page is the sales page. And this is this is super powerful stuff. So we have a whole bunch of different types of pages, different types of sales pages in lead pages, and I'm going to show you. Let's go to our sales pages here. So we've got a whole bunch of different types of sales pages. I really kind of like this one because it's super simple. So and it also has some pretty cool tricked out features that you probably, there's a good chance you've seen people in your network using some of these features. So I'm going to go to the logo here, and you can put in whatever logo you want, or you can turn off the logo, right? Sometimes people like to turn off the logo, but just for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to, I'm just going to put in our logo here. Um, I could be like, learn how we quit our jobs and now travel the world. Something like I don't know. I just made that up. And we can hide this headline here. And let me just grab a video here. I'll just go to YouTube. I'll just grab any old video like uh, who is this? Kanye West. Oh, all right. So I'm just gonna grab this video and put it on this sales page. So I'm gonna click here. Uh, And again, you can embed any kind of video, not just YouTube videos. You can do Vimeo video, like literally any video player you can use. So it works with all of them. So here I'm going to put in the video. And this might be a pre-sales video for whatever you're offering on your network. Um, and, I could be like, click here to find out more, right? And then I could go like, this could be an affiliate link. It could be like uh, myaffiliatelink.com. And I'm going to click here on save. And I'll just do like demo. And I'm going to save this page. And here's what's really cool. This is kind of some tricky stuff. Here's what's really cool. We found, and Digital Marketer Labs and a bunch of other places have found, and our customers have found, that often you can double the conversion rate when you don't show this part of the page until the call to action happens, right? So let's say you're telling people about I don't know, something you found, or let's say you're a health coach, right? You might spend the first 4 minutes of your 5-minute video talking about, and let's say this is a sales video. You might spend the first 4 minutes of the video telling people who you are, your approach, what you've learned, the success you've had, your background, and why you're so passionate about what you're doing. So you might spend the first 4 minutes doing that. In the last minute, you might be telling people about the price point, the guarantee, any kind of bonuses you're offering. So in the first 4 minutes, you're kind of setting it up for the sale. In the last minute, you're encouraging people to buy, right? So if you don't show this part of the screen, if you don't show this buy now area until you get to the sales part of the video, you can often double your conversion rate. So let's just say, if it were a 4-minute video, if it were a 5-minute video, but the sales pitch started at 4 minutes, you can make it so this doesn't appear until 4 minutes out. But I don't want to wait 4 minutes to demonstrate this to you, so I'll set this to like 12 seconds. So I'm going to click save. And I'll show you sort of, all right, here's Kanye. And so what you'll see is 12 seconds into this, which is what we set it for, now this appears, right? So it's delayed, right? But often you might have this like 10 minutes into the thing, you'd have this appear. So again, just to show this again, it doesn't appear at first, but then at some point into this, it appears. There's Kanye again. Very finely dressed man. Okay, so now it appears. And so this is called a magic buy button, right? And they absolutely crush it. Here's what Digital Marketer Lab said about magic buy buttons. When it comes to variables that whisper, rarely do you find one that doubles conversions, but the magic buy button does. When the order button isn't visible when the prospect first arrives, your video sales page looks like regular content, not a sales page. When your video sales letter reaches its call to action, shazam, your buy button magically appears. But prospects have kept an open mind throughout your video, right? So that's how it works. It looks like regular content, right? But then when you reach the call to action, that's when the buy button appears. But people have kept an open mind throughout because it looked like regular content at first. So people are getting amazing results. Ralph Quintero said, "Thanks so much, Clay. You and your team rock. I just signed up earlier today, and within a couple of minutes, had my video sales page up." Um, so the four types of pages that I've told you about are the resource guide opt-in page, number one; two, the lesson page; three, the webinar registration page; and four, the video sales page. So those are the four pages. And so I want to talk for a second here about why my team and I created lead pages. Um, we created lead pages because we wanted to level the playing field, right? We saw people who cared more, who needed it more, who were more invested. Um, People who just were doing huge things in their life. We saw people like those kinds of people getting beaten by large marketing companies that had huge marketing budgets and huge laboratories to test what worked and what didn't. And we didn't think that was fair. And we wanted to level the playing field. So we created lead pages so that we could put the highest converting pages that we knew of in the hands of folks who could implement them quickly. We created lead pages because we saw people who wanted to quit their jobs, people who wanted to create a better life, people who needed growth in their business. We saw these people getting beaten by wave after wave of technology challenges, right? We saw people who all they wanted to do was make a difference, but they'd be up until like 4 or 5 in the morning trying to get some dumb page up, playing with code and doing all this stuff. And I saw those kinds of people slowly lose interest. I saw their light slowly dwindle a little bit. Their enthusiasm would slowly die because they'd just be hit by technology challenge after technology challenge. Um, and so we wanted to level the playing field, and we wanted to ease the technology burden and the hassle that came with that. And that's why we created lead pages. And so I want to invite everyone on this webinar today to join us and to get lead pages. And you can do that by going to leadpages.net/Lawrence. And I have some really cool bonuses for folks who purchase on this webinar. So this is for people who purchase before this webinar is over with. And again, you need to purchase before the webinar is over with to get these bonuses, and I'll explain why. So that's not just like an artificial thing. There's some reasons why. So the first bonus you'll get when you buy lead pages before this webinar is over with is you'll get a beautiful resource list opt-in bribe made for you. So remember when I said people would opt in on this page to get the resource list, and we'd send them a resource list like this? Well, we'll actually create for you a beautifully designed resource list. So all you have to do is send us the list of resources, and these can be affiliate links in here, but all you have to do is send us a list of resources that you want people to learn about after opting in, and you can just send it to us as a text file, and we'll design a beautiful resource list lead magnet for you that you can give away. So that's the first bonus. The second bonus we'll give to you when you purchase before the webinar is over with is you'll get our webinar course. So for a couple years, we sold for $200, we sold a course on how to do webinars. We talked about how to get people to show up, how to create partnerships for your webinars, how to engineer a webinar to create the business growth that you're looking for. And we'll give you that webinar course for free when you purchase today at leadpages.net/Lawrence. You have to go to leadpages.net/Lawrence to get these bonuses, and you need to purchase before the webinar is over with. The third thing we're going to give you is we're going to give you 5 free landing page critiques. Okay, 5 free landing page critiques, which means that we will personally look over 5 of your landing pages and help you tweak the copy. In a lot of cases, we'll actually rewrite the copy for you. So we will critique 5 of your landing pages, and you can give us like one landing page to look at every 2 months or something, or you can have us look at 5 at once. But so you have these in your like review bank account, and you can use them for as long as you're a Lead Pages customer. My only stipulation here is you do need to show us. We will only review pages created with Lead Pages. They can't be created with another tool. The next thing is that we'll send you our landing page course when you purchase at leadpages.net/Lawrence before this webinar is over with. So we'll give you our landing page course, which is a $500 value. So we'll show you how to write copy for your landing pages, how to get people to sign up. A lot of this is actually done for you by using our software, but it's pretty cool. The last thing that we're going to give you, and this is a $1,000 value, but the last thing we're going to give you is something called the pre-sell formula. And this is a product that I sold for years. This was kind of our premier product. And the pre-sell formula is about how to co-create a product with your list and then pre-sell that product to them before it exists. So the pre-sell formula is about how to ask your list what to sell to them and then pre-sell it to them so you can get your money up front and then make the thing that you sold to them. And we've gotten some amazing results with this. People have gotten just phenomenal results. So for example, this is Kim West. She's a sleep lady. She's a sleep coach. And she used the pre-sell formula to build up a list of about 750 people. She asked them what they wanted. They told her they wanted a special kind of sleep coaching training. And she pre-sold them her course and made $71,000. Now, I can't promise you that this is what you'll get with this bonus. It's a bonus. But people have gotten results all the way from not using it all and getting no results to using it really well and getting some phenomenal results. So for her, each person on the interest list was worth about $95. This is Peter Durand. He used the pre-sell formula to pre-sell a membership site to 99 folks. He said it was amazing to watch all these people sign up before we even made the course. A few months ago, we brought in right around $45, and we could not have done this without this training. So the bonuses you'll get are, here they are. Not only do we give you, when you purchase today at leadpages.net/Lawrence, not only do we give you the resource list opt-in bribe for you, not only do we give you the software, not only do we give you the software for creating the pages, but we also give you the lead magnet that people get after they opt in. So we give you the software to create the pages. We give you the lead magnet that people get after they opt in. After they opt in and you want to do a webinar, we give you training on how to do the webinar, and we'll critique 5 of your landing pages that you created with this software, and we'll give you a course on how to create landing pages. And once you've built that list, we'll give you a product that shows you how to launch a product to that list. So maybe you want to monetize that list with whatever network you're in, but you also might want to sell them your own course as well. So the reason why this is only available to people who purchase before the webinar is over with at leadpages.net/Lawrence is because this actually takes time from our graphic designer creating this for you. So we have to limit it somehow. If we gave this to all 16,000 people or 17,000 people that bought Lead Pages, we'd be doing nothing but employing a huge team of graphic designers who spend all their time creating this list for you. Also with the 5 landing page critiques, my wife would kill me if I did 5 landing page critiques for everyone who bought Lead Pages, because I'd be spending all weekend, every day, day and night, doing these landing page critiques for people. So that's why this is only available to folks who purchase before the webinar is over with at leadpages.net/Lawrence. And I see a few really good questions in here. Actually, there's a whole bunch of really good questions. The first question I'm getting from people is they're saying they're going to leadpages.net/Lawrence and they're saying they're being directed to leadpages.net/products. And that's absolutely correct. When you go to leadpages.net/Lawrence, it will redirect you to leadpages.net/products. But that redirect happens so we can tag you, so we can give you these bonuses when you purchase. So you do need to go to leadpages.net/Lawrence to get those bonuses. The next question I'm hearing from folks is they're saying, how do I buy and how much does it cost? So in order to buy, you go to leadpages.net/Lawrence, and then you click on this button that says click here to get lead pages now. Now, there's a bunch of different price points here. What I recommend is that you get the standard annual, because frankly, it's our best deal. So pro annuals for people, you kind of want some pro stuff. But for what I recommend is if you're just wondering, if you're just curious if this is right for you, that you get standard annual. And here's why. It's our entry-level program. And here's how it works. Best case scenario, right? If you love it, then you save 50% off how much it would cost you if you paid on a monthly basis. So if you pay $37 a month for a year, it costs you $444. You get about 60% off actually when you buy the year. So best case scenario is you save about 60%. Worst case scenario, if you don't want it, you get a full 30-day money back refund. So you don't even have to email support. You just can go in the app and you can just cancel if you don't want it. So best case scenario, you get about 60% off. Worst case scenario, the standard annual, I recommend it because it comes with the 30-day money back guarantee. So again, best case scenario, save 60%. Worst case scenario, you get all your money back. So this is the product that's right for you if you're curious and if you're just wondering if this is what you need. So when you buy today, you get the resource list opt-in bribe that we'll create for you. We'll create a lead magnet for you. Here's one we created for someone. They were giving us iPhone apps that they wanted people to learn about when they opted into their list. So we'll create the resource list opt-in bribe for you, or lead magnet. We'll give you that course on how to do webinars. We'll do 5 free human landing page critiques. We'll review your landing pages for you. You'll get our landing page course, and you'll get the pre-sale formula. Let's see, what else? So someone wants to know how many pages they can create and how much traffic they can get. So that's an excellent question. So Lead Pages comes with a unlimited policy, which means that when you use Lead Pages, when you buy Lead Pages at leadpages.net/Lawrence and get all those bonuses, that you can, with Lead Pages, you can create an unlimited number of pages. So we don't cap the number of pages you can create. You can create an unlimited number of pages. You can get an unlimited amount of traffic to those pages. So we don't charge you based on the number of pages you create, and we don't charge you based on the number of visits you get to those pages. So you can create unlimited pages, you can get unlimited traffic to those pages, and you can deploy those pages to an unlimited number of domains. So that's our unlimited policy. You can create unlimited pages, you can get an unlimited amount of traffic to those pages, and you can deploy those pages to an unlimited number of domains, including client domains. So someone came to me the other day, and they said they told me, this is anecdotally, they told me that they used Lead Pages to create an opt-in page for a client for about that, and they got paid $10,000 for it. So we were really happy about this because our client, our Lead Pages customer, made a huge return on investment on what they spent on Lead Pages. Our customer's client got a amazing opt-in rate, and it was worth it to them because in their business, our customer's client has so much traffic that just a small increase in opt-in rates can have a huge impact on their business, but they got a huge increase in their opt-in rates using Lead Pages. And they just used a Lead Pages template out of the box. So we were happy because our client was happy, and because our customer's client was happy, and also we were just happy because we got to help more people. So unlimited pages, you can employ those to unlimited domains, and you can get an unlimited amount of traffic. So all of those are really, really great questions. Let's see. Um, let's see. Someone says, how long before this is over with? So these bonuses are only available to people who purchase on the webinar, again, because this takes human time. This isn't like a digital download that's going to go away. Also, I should let everyone know um, that, and this isn't one of these like false scarcity things. We launched lead pages um, over a year ago, and since we've launched, we've never increased the price. So lead pages right now, when you go to leadpages.net/Lawrence, and then you buy, the standard annual, which is our best deal, is $197. But Thursday at midnight, we're increasing this to $297. But everyone who buys before the price change is locked in forever at getting lead pages at that annual price of $197. So we're grandfathering everyone in who buys before Thursday at midnight. But if you want these bonuses, which are honestly worth a lot more than that price increase, these bonuses are only available to folks who purchase um, on the webinar. Oh, sorry, I forgot to update my screen. Sorry, this standard annual is going up to $297 on Thursday at midnight for everyone. Not just, this isn't like oh blah blah blah. This is like we haven't raised the price since we launched this, and we've added so many things since we first launched. So anyway, so you get these bonuses and all that stuff. Let's see.
Quick
Someone
question.
says if you purchase the standard annual,
Yeah,
yeah.
people were asking if the bonuses were just for the annual or for pro, or who gets the bonuses, I guess, for tonight.
Um, yeah, so yeah, the bonuses are available to anyone who purchases at any price point. Again, we recommend the standard annual because a few reasons. If you go month to month, um, and let's say you are in this for 3 months, right? So at 3 months, let's just round up to say 40. If you're in this for 3 months, that's $120. You can, after some period, upgrade to annual. But then what we do is we just add, we charge you 197 on top of what you've already paid, and we add another 12 months on top of what you've already paid. So if you're in for even 3 months, you've already paid over half of what the standard annual would be. So you might as well just get the standard annual because, if you're in for 3 months and you paid 120 and then you upgrade to standard annual, what we'll do is we'll add another 12 months on what you've already paid, and we'll extend it for 12 months. So you still get everything you've paid for, but it's just a much better deal. If you're curious at all, I encourage the standard annual. If you don't like it, you're going to know within 30 days if it's not right for you. You'll probably know within 3 days, um, and you can get that immediate refund. So if it works for you, you save a lot of money. If it doesn't, you can get an immediate refund. But yes, you do get your bonus. You do get the bonuses no matter what level you purchase at. So yeah, absolutely. Good questions. Um, let's see. Uh, Someone says, should you have more than one lead page deployed at the same time for the same business? Yeah, absolutely. We give people as many opt-in opportunities as possible. So not only do we have um, a bunch of lead pages deployed, but we have a bunch of lead boxes deployed. So uh, I'll show you, like, I'm going to go to Lawrence's blog. Lawrence has something really cool in the sidebar where, and this was done with lead pages, where when you click here on Get Access Now, sorry, I didn't click on it. So you get this box, and this is called the lead box, and you can create this with lead pages. It's that two-step opt-in process, and when someone opts in here, they're added to your list. So you should give people as many opt-in opportunities as possible. At lead pages, we have so many different opt-in opportunities, right? You can opt in for the free tutorial, right? You can opt in here. If you want to opt in for a webinar, you can opt in here for a webinar, right? If you want to, let's just go to our blog, right? If you go to our blog, you can opt in. Again, this is using lead boxes. This comes with lead pages. This is free. But if you want to opt in here, you can opt in here. If you want to download a template, you can opt in here. So yeah, you should absolutely give as many people, you give people as many opportunities to opt into your list as possible. Great question. Um, uh, let's see. Someone says, thank you for your honesty. Oh, yeah. Um, Someone says, are you saying don't buy tonight? No, absolutely not. I'm saying the price goes up Thursday night. All these bonuses go away after after this webinar is over with. So forget the price increase. I shouldn't even mention that. You know, your price will never increase. So if anyone purchases tonight, we will never raise the price. We grandfather everyone into the price they initially purchased at. So um, these bonuses go away once the webinar is over with. So, so I mean, I don't know, maybe you got 15 minutes or so until these bonuses go away, because we have to limit it, right? Because this takes time from my designer, this takes time from me doing these landing page critiques. We have to limit it somehow. Um, Someone says, okay. Someone has a really good question. They're saying, how do they get the bonuses? So in order to get your bonuses, after you purchase, um, after you purchase, you will be sent an email with your opt-in, with your login information. So after you purchase, you'll be sent a welcome email with your username and password to log into lead pages. Right? Just forward. Don't send any email. Just get that login email and forward it to bonus no reply at av81.com. And so basically, after you purchase, our system will email you your username and password in a welcome email. Just hit forward on that email and forward it to bonus no reply at av81. You don't have to include your password or anything. We don't need to know your password. But just forward that to bonus no reply at av81. And we will we'll hook you up with all these bonuses. Be patient. There's a lot of people purchasing tonight, and we'll get those processed by Thursday or end of the day Friday. But basically, that's what happens is after you purchase, you'll be sent that login information. Just forward that to bonus no reply at av81.com, and we'll hook you up with everything.
Hey, this is
Um,
Lawrence. I do want to add, I'm actually giving a special bonus for all those who go pro at the annual level, mainly because it has
nice,
A/B split testing. A
nice.
lot of the things I do for my team and my customers is A/B split testing. If you came through this webinar, you actually came through a split tested capture page, webinar, thank you page, and all of that was actually split tested. You can't do that on the regular platform. You got to get the pro. And if you do go ahead and get the annual, I'm gonna actually give you my. I'm gonna email it to you also the actual offer, but it's a special offer I'm gonna have for a couple days. I'm gonna give you my actual capture page that I've driven cold traffic to for BizOp that has over 1,000 opt-ins. So I'll give you 3 of those capture pages that
Wow.
actually shows you the 3 capture pages and why they worked. I'll give you those 3 built on lead pages using cold traffic going to Empower, and I'll show you those 3 as long as you purchase. And I break down the theory and on the numbers and how that worked out. And so they'll only do it with a pro because you need split testing, and for the
Yep.
annual because I want to make sure you're in it for the long run. That we'll have that. I'll email it to you after the webinar.
Cool. And so I just want to send out a shout out to a whole bunch of folks that have joined us. Daniel E., thanks for joining us on this webinar. Lisa T., thanks for joining us. John C. Is going to be getting that extra bonus from you. Uh, um, let's see, Natasha L., um, annual, Lisa A., um, Betty V, Jason S, got the pro. Uh, Raisa A got the pro, and everyone else who joined us on this webinar. Huge props to you and the steps you're taking in your business. Yeah, split testing is huge. Often the people who win are the people that can split test circles around their competition, right? They're just iterating and testing so much faster than everyone else that they're just learning so much faster than everyone else. Um, let's see. What's okay? Um, let's see. Awesome. Awesome. Uh, so many good questions here. Um, Someone says just the resource list design bonus is already amazing. Yeah, I mean, we're getting our designer to do that. Just an example of the page that we created for just for one of our clients was this. They gave us a list of resources, and that's a lead magnet we're giving away. Like, I don't know if people get like you're getting premium design work done for you. This isn't just like some like system that's pre-programmed that we're doing. We're giving you custom design work. We're looking at your landing pages, and I don't know if anyone here has invested in marketing coaching before, but we're going to be critiquing 5 of your landing pages, like personally. I know a lot of people are, have seen like these $47 ClickBank, income explosion, tsunami, whatever. But this is a premium product, and it comes with premium services and premium coaching, and it's affordable. And we're not really screwing around at all with this software. A lot of people don't know this, but Lead Pages is built on Google's server network. So when you use our hosting with Lead Pages, your pages are actually being hosted on the same servers that host Google. Not like theoretically the same types of pages that host Google, but like literally the exact same servers that host Google. So this is an enterprise level app with premium custom services. Like again, we're creating a lead magnet for you. We're critiquing your pages. So it's a enterprise app with custom coaching and custom design services that you're getting for pennies on the dollar. And it's everyone's telling us we should raise our prices. And you're getting all these bonuses. So if you want these bonuses, again, leadpages.net/Lawrence. Join us before this webinar is over with. You really can't go wrong. Even the bonuses themselves more than justify the cost of what we're doing here. Let's see. Someone says, got mine. Thanks for this awesome webinar and tons of value. Awesome. Someone else says, I'm in. Thank you so much for joining us. Um, uh, Someone says, our account is created and ready to use. Please check your inbox in a couple of minutes for an email from us containing your login instructions. Awesome. Uh, let's see. Thank you, Clay. Great webinar. So glad you enjoyed it. Someone else says, thanks. Just lots of really kind words here. Yeah, I created this content on this webinar to be valuable to people, regardless of what software they use. That said, you will save so much time. Even just getting one landing page created for you is going to cost at least the cost of Lead Pages. Plus, you don't get coaching, you don't get our custom design work done around the lead magnet. You don't get the bonuses from Lawrence. You don't get all that stuff. So we tried to make a no-brainer offer here, and just for the sake of your business, I hope you take advantage of it. Just a shout out to some more folks. Mark B just joined, got the annual. Stephen M got the annual. Davina W, thank you for joining us. Barbara B got pro version. Douglas R got the annual. Raymond H got pro. Tracy B, thanks for joining us. Justin, you know what? I don't want to turn this into QVC, but I want to thank everyone who's joined us on this webinar and everyone who continues to join us. I see these coming in, every 5 to 10 seconds or so. So thank you so much for joining us and all you're doing. And one thing I want to say to everyone on this call and on this webinar is that it is in our DNA. Like, even though we're starting to become like a medium-sized company, there's 40 people here at Lead Pages. Yeah, even though we're kind of getting larger, what is in our DNA is this performance marketing element. So we have customers that have thousands of employees, and we have customers that are solopreneurs or people who are working a day job and trying to get out of that. The one thing that all our customers have in common is this: they have to make more money on their marketing than they spend on it, right? So there's a style of marketing that a lot of companies do, even small businesses. They'll put an ad out in the yellow pages. They don't know if it's making them money or not. Or some businesses will run an ad in the Super Bowl, right? They'll spend $2 million. They don't know if that really helped their business. Those kinds of people are not our customers. Our customers are the people that need to put $25 into their marketing and get $50 out, right? Put $100 in and get $1,000 out. And so we only exist as a business, and we've only grown as fast as we have as a business because we work tirelessly to ensure that you make more money from lead pages than you spend on it, right? That's the whole thing. It's not about some vague notion of branding or doing some woo woo voodoo SEO stuff that maybe gets a higher ranking or whatever. We do direct sales marketing, and that's the way our business is, and that's who we serve, and and so we only get to stay in business to the degree to which you make more money um, with our software, a lot more money than what you spend on it. And that's how we're built from the ground up. And so that's why our support is so good, right? Our support people are full time, in house, native English speakers. Not that there's anything wrong if you're not a native English speaker, but they are experts at the product. They're employees of our company, right? They're employees of our company. They're not like we farmed it out to someone who's making $4 an hour or something like that. They're full-time employees of our company, and their number one job is to help you get success with the product. So we don't skimp on support. We don't skimp on product features. Just to show you inside of lead pages, after you purchase at leadpages.net /Lawrence, I'll just show you inside of lead pages all the different types of templates that are available to you, right? So you've got, here, I'll show you, there's so many different cool ones. Here's one that Jeff Walker, the creator of Product Launch Formula, recently used. It's a video background page. So we're finding out right now, it's probably looking choppy on your screen because it's not refreshing it because it's doing this webinar. But we found that videos like this, or pages with video backgrounds like this, are just crushing it for people right now. So that's one type of page. We also have a bunch of these like mini sites. So let me see if I can find, yeah, here's one. This is one that like book authors are using a lot, where you can opt in to get a free chapter of the book, but if you go here to the top, you can click and go to, various sections and find out about the author and testimonials, conversations about the book. Um, a really cool one that a lot of people use is this domain for sale one, right? So how many people have a bunch of domain names that they bought but never used? Well, you could put up this domain for sale page, and I did this the other day, and someone found, I think it was like Buffalo, realestateattorney.com, or it was one of those like local attorney domain names. And I put this up, and someone came in and they bought it from me for $500. So you can make a good deal of money just kind of like selling domains that you have here. But our design is impeccable. I think that you've probably seen, at least in the internet marketing space, a lot of really crappy design, and that it just isn't cutting it anymore, right? So this is kind of the design standards that we have, and we're always adding new landing page templates. So for example, here's a landing page template that we, oh wait, this is the, let me go back. For example, here's, yeah, this one. Here's a landing page template that we deployed just a couple days ago, and it's kind of cool, right? Because it has this arrow, this subtle arrow pointing down here at the button, and also has this bracket pointing here. And so those two arrows are really, really good for conversion rate. And when you go in and you sort our pages by conversion rate, you'll notice this new page is just crushing it right here in terms of conversion rate, which is awesome. Let's see, what's that new page we just added? just a couple days ago, yeah, we added this one. Actually, I think we added this one this morning, right? And it's got a really cool look and feel to it, and I think people are going to see really good results with it as well. And so, yeah, so these are the bonuses you get. You're not going to see a better offer. Like I can just confidently say that. Like nobody's out converting our webinar registration pages right now. We have the highest converting pages on the internet. Here's this offer. It involves doing custom design work for you, coaching around your pages. This offer is almost absurd, and we're getting close to breaking even on this. So we don't make real money on doing this to you, but we are on giving you this offer. But we do it because we what we found is that our word of mouth is really amazing. So I'll just sort of like be honest with you about why we offer a deal like this. It's because we found that for every customer that joins us, about 1.5 additional customers join us from word of mouth. So if we have an amazing bonus structure like this, a bunch of people will join us on a webinar, and then they generally tell their friends, and we grow as a business. So word of mouth is the main way that we've grown. And so because we grow so fast from word of mouth, that means that we can give people on special webinars like this, we can give them really good deals. And so there's no like hidden secret or magic or whatever to it. It's just we do it because people that use us tend to talk about us. And so we're just incentivizing that. So to get those bonuses after you purchase, you'll be sent that email with your login details. Just forward that to bonus no reply at av81.com, and we'll send you your bonuses there. So let's go back to answering some more questions. Someone says, I'm so excited to have access to an easy to use point and click build your capture page system. Love it. Someone says, cool, thank you, awesome. Someone says, we can upload our own images if we want, right? Yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely upload your own images. Super easy. You just upload them. It's really fast to upload your own images. It's easy. It's a no-brainer. You don't have to know any code. Someone says got standard annual. Looks awesome. Awesome. Got pro as well. So great. Someone says, thank you, Clay and Lawrence, for the awesome information. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed this. Someone says, I upgraded to standard annual. So great to hear. Someone says, how do I upgrade? So they bought standard annual, but they want to upgrade. Just go and upgrade within the app, and we'll get it taken care of. Someone says, I bought the standard. Can I use Google Analytics? So yeah, Leadpages coexists with any other tool. Like, so if you're using some WordPress plugin, or you've got some WordPress theme, or you've got some other tool you're using, we coexist with everything. So Leadpages works with WordPress, it works with Facebooks, it works with your server. It doesn't require any of those, but it works with all of them. And it works with Google Analytics or whatever you're using for your analytics. It coexists with all of those for sure. And let's see, a bunch more questions come in. Someone says, thank you for the outstanding information. Awesome, Lawrence. I ordered the Pro Lead package. Awesome, thanks. Thank you, guys. Awesome, Lawrence. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Anyway, so lots of good questions here. Lots of really good energy, and just super kind words. I don't know, Lawrence. Do you want to add anything before we
Yeah,
take off here?
man.
I mean, I just want to encourage everyone. These bonuses are, yeah.
I just want to say thank you for coming out.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm actually going to give a cool training right after, so you don't have to attend that. I know you're a very busy man. I appreciate you being able to give some exclusive bonuses. But the only problem is, since I'm going to do a little bit of a training, they might have the ability to buy So you might have a little more than expected. I'm sorry about that, but I like to give a little extra because I'm going to just show a couple
Totally.
people my funnel that I built for this
Nice.
webinar, and
Nice.
and I really like that Facebook page that integrates to Facebook Like. I just installed that.
Yeah.
It's like the double whammy, right? Getting the like and a lead at the same time embedded on your Facebook tab is just pretty sick. So I'm gonna go
Nice.
over that, and if there's any last questions to shout out to Clay, I know he's a busy man, so I'm gonna let him go while I do some personal training for anyone else who stays on or wants to hang out with me and do some marketing.
That sounds pretty cool. All right. Well, I'll it's this being recorded, so I can go and see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I can check this out later. Okay, this is awesome. I love it. I love it. So yeah, whenever I'll just leave it in your hands. I'll just ask you to be nice to me here well, actually, either way is that so I'll let you decide when the cutoff is. So if just let me know when the cutoff is on getting these
Okay.
bonuses, and I'll enforce whatever you tell me to.
Okay.
So it sounds like a really enjoyable and fun training. So I do have something here for a bit. We've been going for about an hour and 15 minutes. So I'd say if you're wondering if this is right for you, I'd say there's probably a reason why almost 2 hours into this you're still here. And I'd encourage you, if you suspect this is right for you, I'd encourage you to get this now so you can get these bonuses. And you can get your money back if it's not right for you. So Lawrence, it's a huge. I just want to thank you. It's a huge opportunity. I know you don't bring people on here to present very often, and so to be selected for that is just a huge honor and a huge opportunity, and something I'm very grateful for. So just thanks for the vote of confidence and for having me, and thanks for everyone who showed up and was fully present to this information.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for building this really cool software tool that helps a lot of the internet marketers, affiliate marketers on my list and my newsletter. So I appreciate it.
Cool, cool. All right, take care, guys.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Say thanks to Clay. Shout out to Clay. Thank you. Okay. Let's go for some training, man. I mean, you guys are like, what? Let more? Yes. Regardless of you buy or not, I'm going to teach you just pure marketing. So if you can see my screen, go ahead and throw your hands up real quick. There's a hand button. You should see like a blue sky. I kind of use it to kind of like relax me. You know what I mean? Like I'll generally try to pray for like a couple seconds before I work. Say, you know what, God, please help me do the right things. Help me build a good atmosphere for those who are learning from me, and help me grow as I help other people grow. So this is this backdrop kind of was really soothing. All right, cool. Thank you, John. Thank you, Kama. All right, so check this out. I'm going to show you exactly this funnel that I built with GoTo and Lead Pages. And if you've noticed, a lot of it was built on Lead Pages' actual server. A couple of reasons for that, right? So you'll see it will say like my is not mine. This is the actual um, Lead Pages Amazon hosted server. See, if you go with their server, it's actually hosted on their server. So speed, um, going down. Like some of you, like I think a week ago or a couple of days ago, my server went down. My actual 33 retired went down on HostGator, and I was complaining. I was like, gosh, this is crazy. So this is actually a lead page that's hosted on a HostGator on my personal domain. So if you wanted to make it look pretty for branding, you can. Me personally, I've been testing both, and a lot of it's just speed. And this is easy as just swapping it in and out. It'll take you a couple clicks, maybe 30 seconds, to take a lead page and then have it turn into one of your custom domains. So this one goes to my Empower funnel, right? Now, check this out. Now, this one, I'm going to show you tracking. Now, a lot of you goes, Lawrence, how do you do tracking? Blah, 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 blah. It's built into Lead Pages, okay? One way to track is you add something called a meta tag or like hanging data. So if you're an Aweber, it definitely pulls it up. Okay, so if you're an Aweber, what you do is if this is your capture page, and you can do this on your own hosted WordPress domain, or you can do it on Lead Pages. So on Lead Pages, it'll be like Lead Pages. It'll be like, let me see. Let me pull up a standard one. Lawrence.net.leadpages.net. Um, Let me go ahead and let me just show you one of them. This one, publish. Let me show you this one. So like this one, it just says Lawrence. So some of you guys, if you've already bought, that subdomain can't be changed. Um, Hopefully you guys didn't have some like ridiculous long subdomain name like I'm gonna make a ton of money and be rich. Like that's like 50 characters. Keep it short and sweet. So some of you who are purchasing, make sure it's actually short and sweet. Um, in hindsight, probably your name isn't the best, but you know, I'm all about branding, so I don't really care. But if you're like doing it for a client or if you're doing it for real estate, do it, say properties or do say like, houses or showings or Houston, Texas. Like it could be anything. I'd probably stay away from using trademark names. Like don't be like Houston Texans or Rockets. You know, there's probably a little give or take that you might get in trouble for having a name in your URL. Even that's kind of crazy, just to protect yourself. So either use your name, use something short like start, magic, training, you know, anything cool, because subdomain can be anything, right? Now check this out. At the end, you can actually have it where you add a little bit at the end. This is the magic here, okay? Even if you use lead pages or if you host it on your own, they work the same. You add a little backslash, okay? Add a little backslash. I'm gonna go slow. Add a little backslash, question mark. Like the question mark is like the magic wild card. It basically tells the server, hey, I'm about to send you some random data. Just take it. Don't break my page. So some of you have gone through my 404 page training. If you haven't, I'm going to go through a quick training on that. But question mark, and then you can add anything here, anything. Now, I don't want you to just add flowers or add computer. I mean, it should be something significant because this data can be searched in Aweber. Other autoresponders probably the same thing, but I just do it expensive with Aweber because I've done it for so many months. This is what you do. Question mark. I'll do a FBP if it's a lead from Facebook page, or if it's on my profile, I'll do FB. Now, what if it's like from a solo ad provider? You would do solo, or I would do S. I wouldn't do solo. I would do S, and then I would put the date, right? Or I would put the increment of the traffic you purchase. So here's an example. On Facebook, if I were to post this and I was looking to get people to look at my opportunity or maybe to buy a house or whatever, I would do FB date. But the date would be today is 2/26/14, right? Now watch this. If I hit enter, sorry, I gotta leave this page. If I hit enter, it doesn't break the page. It knows that this is like a magic meta tag that pulls with it so that you can track. So what happens is if you start doing this every time and changing the date, so today is the 26th, tomorrow's the 27th, next month is March the 3rd, whatever, you can go in Aweber and see where leads are coming from. And the cool thing is you can do things like, say you posted 5 times that day, and today I posted something about Street Fighter. Hit enter. I have an exit pop that's built into lead pages. You take this link and put it on Facebook. Completely your domain. It's not blocked. It's your domain, right? And so the cool thing is, let's say I put this on my Facebook. I can then tag people. Wow, they watched this video. It's on Facebook on this date because I had like 5 status updates, and Street Fighter was the thing that got them to opt in. Now think about this. This is how you track and tweak and test on small things. But without the question mark, you start breaking stuff. It's the magic. I don't know how I found this, but I found it. And it works on a couple systems. And I know it works for this one because if you take that question mark away and hit enter, and I'll leave this page, it breaks it. And this is the exit pop. Crap. Hold on. It'll break it. Leave. Oh, my exit pop is strong. So this is something that's built in the lead pages too. Clay didn't go over this. I exit pop a lot of different things, and if you notice, this exit pop has an actual question mark EN exit pop. Take a guess what EN stands for, right? So I'll send people to a capture page, and if people are trying to leave, right, they can leave. But if they stay, it actually tags them as an exit pop lead from a certain thing, right? So here's what I want to do. I want to show you this one, right? Copy, new window. Now, here's what happens if I take off the question mark. It breaks it. This is what is called a 404 page. The page breaks and it doesn't know where to take it. Normally, if you go to a page like google.com, and you typed in a bunch of junk, what happens to Google? Google's like, dude, your request of blah, 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 blah is not found. That's a standard 404 page. But if you have this installed, there's a training on it inside of Leadpages, and I didn't really think about it. If you do that, instead of going to a 404 page, you can take it to a custom 404 page. So this page I built, I want to show you this. This is a page. If you haven't seen this, I did a training. I just took 3 blog posts that I really liked, and I stuck it here. But wait, don't leave empty-handed. Here are some top trainings for you for free. And this actually tries to get them to opt in again. Now, of course, I'm testing this. Always test. This is one of those things like, oh, crap. I messed up my 404 pop. I didn't change the second click, right? And that's just stuff that it happens. But you know what? If it didn't go to there, it would have gone to another page that would have been broken. Like broken where as in there's no call to action here. I can't read any more blog posts. I can't opt in. So this one can actually take them to another opt-in. I can then take them to content or another capture page. Do you see that? Like I'm then trying to take them to different places that'll allow them to build their business regardless if they, went on, a wild goose chase and finding a link and it broke, right? So that's one thing, being able to do that. Okay, so 404 pages, it breaks, but I wanted to be able to show you that. Now you can actually do that even for the lead page itself, right? It's right, this one. So this one I could, but this one's not really an opt-in, right? You can't really opt in. This is a thank you page. Oh, let me just show you the funnel. Okay, so we covered opt-ins and being able to track. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to show you this. So some of you saw this capture page. Some of you saw this capture page. Now notice it rotates it automatically 50-50. Now you can change it from 30-40 or 90-10. Now why is this important? Now some of you run co-ops. You no longer need a rotating program because Leadpages will do it for you. So let's say you had 10 co-op buyers, it will automatically, you can then show it, hey, I want to tweak this to change it to, let me show you. I want to change it. So this is only available to the pro, but you can change the priority. Now, this one, there's no real opt-in, so there's no way to track conversions, but the reason I'll show you why I picked this one instead, you just change the priority. That's it. Right? Normally it's 50-50. Now, if you had 10 of them, it'll be like 10-10-10. Now, so for this one, I like variation 1 better than original, and let me show you why, right? So now that was for a thank you. These are the lead pages. Here's one, here's another one. This one didn't have as much ad copy, and I was testing it to see if it would work better, but it's only a single opt-in. This one, I was looking at single opt-in, but it has a lot more copy. Now, who here got to the bottom? I want to put your hands up. Throw your hands up if you got to the bottom and like this. Always money in the banana stand. So I don't know if you guys watch Arrested Development, but I was watching some Arrested Development. I was like, man, this is hilarious. There's always money in the banana stand. What is the banana stand? The banana stand in internet marketing is actually the thank you page and the sales page, right? So I'm going to show you a thank you page. So this is a thank you page, right? This is thank you for opting in. Just a quick thank you. A lot of times people get thank you pages and it's like it goes to a brick wall or it goes to a standard like opt-in page that says thanks. No, you can customize this. Like you can plug in your Facebook page and get likes on here. You're telling them to do something. You're actually getting something regardless. I'm not selling anything here. Like I'm selling nothing. All I'm selling you is follow direction and let me help you serve you by connecting with me. So like 1, number 2, tweet this. And when you tweet it, it'll actually go and, oh, this is an editing mode. It won't let me do it. It'll tweet out and bring them back to my capture page, right? And it's all about trying to really build a sphere of confidence that you know what you're doing. So I first built this. And this just took, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes because this whole framework was done. I swapped out the image. This signature thing is already there. It's just a special font. I put in my Twitter thing. I plugged in my Facebook page. Boom, done. So I'm like, let's see what other pages they had. They had this page. I'm like, oh man, I can do a video. Sweet. So in internet marketing, normally you don't want to put a video on the capture page. I didn't know this, right? I didn't know why. Number one, it takes longer to load. Number two, you'll lose people because they have to wait to listen to what you have to offer. This is where ad copy comes in, right? And so the thank you page, this is a great place to put a video. You want to build a rapport, and especially if it's a webinar, you just want to say hi. So some of you saw this page, right? Now, I had hence added this to be 100%. So everyone who opts into my page sees this one, right? And so this one, we were talking about lead magnets. What is a lead magnet? This is a lead magnet. I offered them a downloadable worksheet as long as they opted in for free. You don't even have to show up. Here's the worksheet, right? But I go, but if you're live, I'll send you a free mind map. So everyone who's here, everyone who, I know it's late for a lot of the East Coast people, I gave this to you. Like, here, if you're live, I'll give you the mind map, right? And did it take any time from me? I don't have to physically find them and email them. See, in Lead Pages, they have something that you can do delivery of content goods all built in. And so, like, an example would be you can do you have to do a capture page. I don't want to confuse you with the actual software yet, because I'm actually stretching what it can do. But what I wanted to show you was you can actually build these capture pages, thank you pages, sales pages, and so all this is a webinar, but it all still has the same process: capture information, deliver a thank you, and then redirect them with your email. That's all it is, right? So that's what this one is. Now this one is just a standard capture page that I'm redirecting to a domain. Now, so from this, I wanted to be able to show you can track, you can do exit pops, you can integrate to your Facebook page, you can do split testing on the pro level, which you should have. Now, some of you go, well, Lawrence, what kind of testing have you been doing? Let me log in and just show you. So check this out. So I got, I don't know, 2 pages worth, right? I'll do some training to those who purchase. So one of the bonuses that when you purchase with me directly is I send you a newsletter. In that newsletter, I'm showing you different things that I'm doing. Like this 14-day paid traffic, I've had 1,113 leads, 38% conversion on cold traffic. This is the bonus. If you go pro and if you go annual, I'll send this to you. I have it all written up. It's ready to go. I am leaving tomorrow on a Anthony Robbins trip tomorrow, but I'll make sure everyone who purchases will get this. I'll have this deal for a couple days. I'm not sure. I'll probably end it probably next Tuesday or something. So if you're watching this recorded, I'm sorry. It's probably not available, but I'm only going to make sure it's only for a couple people, maybe 50. We had 900 and let me see. We had 906 people register. So I figure if 10% purchase, that's like 90 people who I can give this training to. That's a good enough number for me to work with to kind of train. Because my intention is to be able to show you the different things that I'm working on. And one of them is actually that, right? And so I'm working on a lot of different things. So like, here's one for my personal blog. Let me show you this one. This one converts at 33%. So the cool thing is, you'll get to a point where on the pro, you can actually look at the probability. Now, any of y'all take probability and statistics? I thought it was a really cool class. It's kind of like if you were to flip a coin, heads and tails, what is the probability it'd be tails twice? Like that's the kind of probability. But the thing was, I still got to be in that class. So, and the cool thing is on this one, it'll actually show you what the probability of actually winning. Now, how does it know? It takes upon how many unique visitors and the actual conversions of that. And then once it gets to about 95%, it'll tell you time to pause the loser, build a new winner. Now, for me, it depends. I generally like to go above 90, even though the industry standard for swapping out to be a true probability confirmation is over like 95, 97%. I go about 90 because it depends on how much volume you're putting into it, right? So this one, I'm going to show you, it actually says how many physical unique clicks are coming through and then how many conversions. So I remember I was teaching a client how to do click to conversion, what your opt-in rate is. And he didn't understand how to do opt-in rate. Well, guess what? Conversion rates are actually calculated here with the certainty of a plus and minus. There's some error. Everything in probability has error, right? But this is a 4% error, plus 7. So this one, it's waiting to see if there's a winner so you can pause one. So from this one, initially they're all like at 33%. But I'm looking at this like, well, this is at 35, this is at 33. Let me just give these other two more love because this one has a lot of clicks. This one might be winning, but it doesn't have enough visitors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skew it a little bit. But one of the things that they haven't actually implemented and I've asked them to is to be able to skew it by numbers without a toggle. But I think they did a toggle because it's just easier to toggle one and kind of do it, or toggle one and go like that, right? So, but this one, I actually wanted to do this one more and this one more at a percentage where if I'm driving, say, 100 people, 50% will see this, 50% will see this. Now, what do they look like? Like, so this one only has about 150 leads. The other one I'm going to give you for free as long as you go pro and annual actually has 1,000 leads, right? It's more mature. I don't want to give you this one. So this one is this one. I used one black page. I had an image, swapped it out, double click in. And this one is change the image. I think I changed the copy a little bit too. Yeah, business part-time versus internet marketing business, right? And that was it. That's as simple as that. And you can see that over time, there's going to be a winner. Now, why is this important? This is important because if you make small incremental changes, I don't care where you start, from being a complete newbie turning a computer to someone who's advanced, every time you make small incremental changes and you move forward from that by having hard data, this is how you grow your business over a 30, 60, 90-day period exponentially. Because if you're not testing and testing some more and testing some more, you're never really going to know if what you have out there converts the best. And everything comes back to traffic, leads, and sales. That's all it is. Traffic, leads, and sales. I don't care what you're selling, real estate or vacuum cleaners, it's traffic, leads, and sales. Sometimes you leave leads out because you're sending it to like a direct offer, like a CPA offer or, ClickBank or some, affiliate marketing company. But I would suggest that you try in every point of your marketing to always capture a lead, even if it's in a niche that's weird. I'm actually capturing leads for football fans, right? What would I sell them? Lawrence, would you sell them blogging software? I was like, no, I would sell them jerseys. I would sell them t-shirts, right? And it's all automated. It's just there. But if you don't actually have your stuff sitting there to convert for you and have your traffic go into a capture page that you can split test, there's going to be a problem, right? So here's one. Let me see if I can show you another one. Like, I'm doing one for a Disney cruise. It's converting at 33%. It's low. I don't have enough people. I'm doing another Disney one that has 50% opt-in at 684 leads. I think I spent $30. So if I were to go my lead acquisition for this, because this one they don't know how much you spent. So if I did 684 leads divided by, I think it's like 30, let's say $30. Oh, sorry. The dollars first. It's dollar per lead. So dollars first divided by 684. I'm generating 4-cent leads. Now, these aren't BizOp leads, right? So it's going to be much harder for me to retail them my BizOp opportunities, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do that down the path. But what would your business look like if you're generating 4-cent leads, right? Retailing different things. I'm retailing outside of my niche of internet marketing to a consumer B2C. Right now, you come to me because I'm a B2B. I'm business to business. I'm showing you the tools that I'm personally using to build my business. But B2C is consumers, customers, buyers. They don't want to buy a business opportunity. They just want to buy, right? So 4-cent leads. And that's my first time I was tweaking this. And so, still, it still has, room to grow. There's still a couple of things I want to tweak on it. Now, am I doing a webinar to them? No. But when I launched in my BizOp, yes, I'm going to have a lead list that I can go to them and say, hey, look, do you Disney fans want to learn how to be able to afford your next Disney cruise or be able to stay in the park? Now, why would I be targeting Disney people? Because I'm a Disney person, right? The avatar, if you've been watching my trainings, the avatar is me. I love Disney, right? I go to Disney like almost every year, like every other year, every year with the kids. I even went before the kids were born. So I knew me and myself, and I knew my wife when we were dating, went to Disney World. I don't think she's listening. She literally spent $400 on merchandise there. And we were in college. And it blew my mind that someone who's a college student will go to Disney World and spend $400 on on keychains, t-shirts, mugs. I mean, just ridiculous, crazy things. But she's like, it's the happiest place on earth. Right? So that stuck with me. I'm like, well, crap, I think they would love to buy stuff. So I'm using internet marketing, what I've learned with Empower, with internet marketing, with all these different things that I've been picking up and things that I'm going to be teaching you. Why not use what you learned for B2B and translate it to B2C? And this is where Lead Pages comes in. I just physically just send them links. Like I just send them links. I'm building and cultivating that. Now that's a different subject how I do that, but I just wanted you to know I couldn't have done that without this. Lead Pages. Now some people go, well, Lawrence, why are you pitching me Lead Pages? Because it's in my business. I'm cross niching. I'm actually going out and looking at different ways to build. Like I'm about to build a Texans page, right? And so all of this it comes down to how do you make money? How do you leverage the whole Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week? If I can generate traffic, can I build it to B2B and build B2C? Can I tweak and test, optimize my opt-ins, optimize my thank yous, optimize my sales pages? It's no longer about me going door to door. That was the key, right? No more, because I mean, I built network marketing companies, right? I built a nutritional company. I was one of the top earners in my level, and I hit one of their like car levels. Like you get a car at one of their levels. I did that in like I think it was like a couple hours. I think it was like 24 hours. I did that overnight, right? And then I hit one of their 10K per month earners. I did that in I think 35 or 36 days, something like that. It's like one of the fastest ones that have done it, and I was doing it part time. I was doing it part time, and a lot of it comes down. I did a webinar for that, and so the stuff that you need to be learning is capture pages, converting to leads, and sales. If you get that basis down, then where are you going to be putting your stuff at, right? Okay, so I know I've been rambling. Look, if you use this or not, I want you to understand if you're not scaling your business out or in depth wise, vertically or horizontally, when will you? And if you tell yourself, maybe next year, well, guess what? Your income will grow next year, right? So I wanted to just show you a couple of things that I'm working with Lead Pages. It's not one of those things that like I just want to just retail a product. No, man. I mean, I asked the co-owner to come out and trade you guys, right? So if you have any questions, I'm just gonna scroll down. There's like 50 to 100 questions. I'm gonna scroll to the bottom. If there's anything that you want to just go ahead and ask me, I'm about to close this down because I got to pack. I'm going to a Tony Robbins event tomorrow. I know, timing's not everything, but you know what? It's like, dude, just take some freaking massive action. Just hold it, right? So, I did this webinar. Probably should have held it till next week. But the thing is, they're actually raising the price tomorrow on their pro annual. I'm like, dude, let me just squeeze it in there. And I squeezed it in here. So I really hope, you guys learned a lot. I would appreciate if you guys would just really just use the product. And if you don't use the product, use something, right? If you're still coding in Dreamweaver and front page, stop. just stop. And if you're not ready, if you're new, don't feel like you need to buy this, right? I'm going to tell you right now, you don't feel like you have to purchase this to make money or to build leads. You don't. There's a lot of in your learning process, but if you know what a capture page is, if you already have an affiliate, if you have something to offer, if you have just a little bit of traffic could be on Facebook and you're just sending it on your Facebook status updates, you can be tracking that. And the thing is, it tracks clicks. You could actually be tracking clicks to people who are clicking on your physical link. That's like the start of me helping you B2B becoming a legit business owner. And I'm not like I'm teaching you something. I just want to just share what I'm doing because I don't think it's fair that when I started in 2008, no one shared with me what the heck they were building, how they were doing it. I just bought everything. Like, let me just test it, right? And it took a long time. It took me like 3 years to really get some traction. I just figured, man, if I can cut your learning curve by half, and if I can increase your production and not having to figure out like how do I change this color or do I put this button here, dude, just do the things that work and work on that basis. So that's why I have this pro plus the pro plus the actual annual. I'll send that out to you. I don't know if I have a link. Let me see if I can find the link. Yeah, actually, I do have a link. Some of you have already purchased, so you'll see this link in the email. If you just go to, let me see if I can open up a tab, text. So some of you who've already upgraded, that's cool. Some of you haven't. Hey, this is just something I wanted to throw out because people call me the frugal Asian, but to me, frugal means cheap. I'm just a guy who loves deals, right? So if you go to lawrencetam.net/LP offer, it'll actually go to the same not Empower, to the same lead pages checkout. But what it does is it just gives you a little more information about my specific bonuses. And the cool thing is I built this with lead pages. And this is something I'm going to be teaching a lot for my high-end clients, building an offer and really just giving to the people who are ready, not forcing people to buy anything. Like I'm just, you're here to learn, and I want to show you more to learning by showing you what I do. That's the easiest way. Like see what I do so you can duplicate, right? So this is the actual one of the offers that I got. And as you can see, it actually goes to a lead page. Like I'm not gonna mess with hosting. All I did was just I had a redirect and I just sent it there. That's it. I just had a redirect, or you can just have this separate link. But the reason I wanted to have a prettier link is because it's easier for you to actually see that, right? Actually, I'm gonna make that bigger. So just go lawrencetam.net/LP offer. Now, if you've already purchased, you can go to your back office. They said they have instant upgrades. You just hit upgrade. I actually get an email, and then I'll hopefully tonight or tomorrow when I'm on the airplane, I'll collect all the emails, and everyone who did the Pro plus annual, because it has split test tracking. Plus, I want to make sure you're in it. I don't want to waste time giving you my goodies when you only want to just play with it for a month. So Pro plus annual, I'm going to send you this completely free. So it said 1,025 leads. I think it's increased because I think I'm sending more traffic to it. Let me see here. It's this one right here. It is filtered by opt-ins. It has 1113 now. It has 1113. So it went from 1,025 to 1113. I built this I think 2 days ago. I think I don't know how many days this is. I think it's like next Tuesday or something. If you're watching this live, I'm sorry. This is probably expired already. This is one of those things I want to be able to give back to people because you're already purchasing it. Here, just take it. Just take it. And so if you don't want this offer, it'll actually take you to the actual lead pages tied to me. If you take it here, it'll actually take you to another special offer that I'm going to be offering. Now, okay, take off your buyer's cap, put on your marketer's cap. I'm going to talk to you about funnels. Now, some of you are like, dude, I'm tired. Let me just buy. Okay, cool. Don't ignore this. But some of you like Lisa Torres, you love marketing funnels, right? And you're like, you always say you're a nerd. I know you have stuff like this, but you need to really ramp it up. Number one, this is a thank you page, right? Because you didn't have to opt in, right? It's a thank you page. I'm only sending this to people who've already opted in. So this is considered a thank you page. Number two, I'm driving scarcity with time because I don't want everyone to have this because it'll kind of take away from my capture page, right? In my ad copy. And I'll send that to you. I'm expecting, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 people buy the Pro and Annual that I can send this to. And the thing is it doesn't require my coaching time. I just send it to you. It's automatic through email. The magic of autoresponders. And that's the stuff that you should be learning. If not, continue to learn. We'll have some more training on that too. Okay. Next thing is, one of the things I did not do, and I should have, and the things I'm contemplating why I didn't, but a lot of it was like, hey, I've never actually built a funnel like this before. And a lot of it was being scared to build it. No joke. I was scared to build a funnel, right? Because I gotta buy this, I gotta buy that, I gotta get a hosting, I gotta get a domain, I gotta get a special page maker, I gotta get everything set up. But I just hosted on lead pages. I'm like, screw it. Let's just people want value. Let me just show them. So this one goes. This is what we call in internet marketing called a downsell. Okay, so in a downsell, people said no to this current offer, but why? Right? They're already here, but why? Right? And so what you do from this one, so after they've seen a sales page and they come here and they don't want to buy, they don't want to upgrade to this. Well, this upgrade is really just go Pro plus annual. And that's the upgrade. That's my offer. The Pro plus annual. I'll give you my 3 exact capture pages that's done over 1,025, but it's actually more than that. It's like 1,100 now, right? So I'll send you this. And if they still don't want, I was like, well, dude, it's kind of a no-brainer to go all Pro, right? Because it's what I use. And the figure, why would you want to build capture pages on a monthly plan and then forget to pay and your capture pages go down? so what I did was I bought all of it and I just really hammered it hard. I've only been using lead pages for I think almost 3 months, but I have I think 50 capture pages, lead pages, different things that I'm testing. But this is the downsell. In the downsell, you can send them to another offer. You don't have to just send them straight to another thank you page or your blog. You can send them to hey, why don't you connect with me? Send them to another thank you page. Why don't you send them to like, not this page, I said register, like a thank you page. Like you can specifically send them to a thank you page so you can start getting likes. Think about that. Some of you go like, Lawrence, how do you drive your likes? And how do you do it, on the cheap? Like one way, I mean, you're driving people through a funnel. A lot of the people in your list probably aren't fans on your Facebook page, and they should, because there's so much good content on there that's free. And so you can drive this. Your only offer is to say, hey, look, I would love to give you some additional bonuses. To click here, goes to a downsell, then you get them onto your fan page, which then is to build the rapport. Remember we said the money's in the follow-up? A fan page is sort of a follow-up. You get that? Because people check their Facebook like 100 times more than they check their email, right? They're just on Facebook. So this is a great way. I didn't do it. Shame on myself, but it's like, well, you know what? The next one I will. I'm going to have some type of offer on the down to get something besides just going to like to buy something, right? Or just to check out and say nothing. Now, some of you will watch this, will get this. I got 5 spots. I'm going to close the webinar here. I got 5 spots. Some of you are actually in my master's team. If you get the pro and annual, I'm going to physically set it up for you because I don't want you to mess it up. Not that I don't trust you, but I would love to just sit down with you for like 30 minutes and just kind of show you the things that I've been doing and just get you going versus you spending, like an hour or two. I mean, what is your time worth? I got 5 spots. Basically, I think I have 155 master's clients. So if any of you guys buy the pro or annual, just come up to me, and we'll work on it, right? We'll work on it. You have to wait. I have to fly back. I'll be gone for a couple of days to Tony Robbins' event. Now, if you're not part of my clients, it's going to be $997 with the pro and annual, so you can purchase this. Now, there's nothing to purchase here. Like if you wanted to, you could have had this button go to PayPal or your merchant or whatever, right? But for this one, it's like, look, I'm not going to try to just hard sell you into anything. Look, I'm looking for 5 that I can spend my time. And one of the main reasons why I do internet marketing is to find people who are hungry and who don't really have excuses. They're just like, I just want to learn. Like, crap, that's me back in 2008, right? No one was telling me what to do. And I'm like, man, I would just really love if someone just kind of mentor me on how to do these certain things. I mean, I just want to show you how to do certain things that I've been working on, from a 41% opt-in to a 22%. Oh, don't do that. Like, there's different things I'm testing, and I want to kind of just show you. 30-minute consult. We'll do a hangout or something, and we'll do it for 5 people, okay? And it will be private. Like, why are you doing it private? Well, because they're my master's clients, and they make me a lot of money, right? Now, if you're not one of my master's clients, I'll do a $997 with you, and we'll work out some details, right? But primarily what this is for is I want to make sure it's not the technical that hangs you up, right? I will feel much better in the day that I've trained and helped you if the reason you're not succeeding is because you're not putting in the work. Now, if you're not putting in the work, I can't help that, right? I'm not you. But if the technical is hanging you up, but you have the work ethic, then dang, I can help that. Like, I can help you with that. So it's not going to be my assistant. It's going to be Lawrence Tam comes in and works with you. And so this one, it's like a secondary OTO. In internet marketing, it's called one-time offer. Well, I had 2 OTOs. One was a Go to Pro annual, and if you took that, it goes to the second OTO. So Lisa Torres, I'm talking to you. You can start building multiple offers in a line, depending on what they take, is an upsell or downsell, or maybe an exit. Like, if they exit, what happens? It depends on if you want them to not go anywhere, or do you want them to find you on Facebook? You can exit them to Facebook, right? There's a lot of different things I'm playing with. So I know this is a lot of information. Some of you are like brand new internet marketing, like, what the heck is an OTO? What is a webinar? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm sorry about that. But I just wanted to show you some of the different things that I'm working on. We are recording this. Hopefully the recording won't die, because I know GoToMeeting has some issues sometimes. The mind map is being emailed automatically from GoToMeeting. I had it set up where it will send to you. I need to double check it tonight before I get off, and it will send you the mind map. The mind map will break down the 7 pieces that some of it we talked about tonight, and some of it we didn't talk about tonight, right? And it's a really cool way of, like, if you've ever any engineers on here, fishbone diagrams. I don't know if I just dated myself, or call myself as a nerd. But fish to water diagrams, you break off into ideas, right? Well, it's kind of the same thing, right? Harold, I no longer use Hypertracker because I'm using lead pages. I no longer need to rotate my links through Hypertracker. I no longer look at that as a way to track my sales because you can do all that within lead pages. Oh, inside. Oh man, I gotta show you this before we get off. I know this is long. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Check this bad boy out. So check this out. So if you go to my page, Facebook.com/the Lawrence Tam. Make this a little bigger. Now check this out. Check this out. Check this out. So this is an actual page built by Lead Pages. A buddy of mine helped me with this little banner, but you can put anything on there you want. It makes a tab, and the cool kicker thing is, if you're not a fan, look at this. It's a call to action. I'm like, oh crap, that's awesome. So you're telling them in steps to become a fan. My video starts to play, and then it opts them into my list. It's like the double opt-in. Get them on your fan page, driving traffic to them on your fan page, driving them to your Facebook to get the lead. I thought this was ingenious. I mean, I was like, crap, I have to get that down, right? So add copy, blah, 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 blah. There you go. And, one note, don't drive paid traffic to a Facebook mobile audience, right? I learned that the hard way. I don't know. Some of you guys might have a way around it. You can't actually drive Facebook paid traffic to a tab. When I say tab, I mean when it, like the thing I clicked, right? You can't actually drive them to that tab. So just be wary if you are doing Facebook traffic paid ads. You want to drive it to a desktop user, and you can select that, I believe, through Power Editor. I'm not going to go into that, but just know, don't waste money, because what happens is I was testing on my mobile phone, and it doesn't see the tab, and it broke. Like, it just goes, nothing here. I'm like, get the heck out of here. I was driving traffic on mobile to a tab that wasn't picking up. Now, maybe when you watch this on the recording, they fixed that. But as of today, I couldn't fix that. So it's pretty cool because, like, you can actually have a tab in here and build it all in, and it's all like, it's just there, right? What was the other thing I want to talk about? Facebook. I'm driving traffic to Facebook to generate likes through capture pages, built in through tabs, all through Facebook, and I'm doing the double whammy with this one. So I think that's what I wanted to talk about Facebook. I was getting all excited. Sorry, I think I lost my train of thought. Blah, 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 blah. Someone's asking about my Disney leads. Yes, it's to a Disney audience and using Facebook and PPC. Let's see. Don't send. The bonus. Sorry. Let me get back to this guy. So I'm gonna send this out again. This offer. Where's my offer go? Ooh, let me get my offer out. Let me get my offer back out for you. It's this guy. LP offer. If you go to lawrencetam.net/LP offer, all you got to do is just send me an email at info@33retire.com. But you probably don't even send it. It's just good for me to remind me. But if you purchase from me directly, I actually see it. They actually give me your information on what price you bought it at, so that I can group you and then send you an email with my goodies. I think that's what it is. This is let's see. Count me in. Please make sure name is on the list. Masters client. Blah blah blah. John, yeah, you're good, man. You're not tied to me at Masters, but I want to take care of you, my man. Someone says 22 social might be able to go mobile. Maybe. I don't use it, so maybe. Lisa goes, are you targeting niche backends to empower? Yes, I am, Lisa. Yes, I am. Why not? They're people. They buy stuff. They want to make money. They want to stay at home. They want to travel, right? They want to be, everywhere all the time and not have to be tied to a desk, right? They're people. Lisa, yes, you've made a ton of money. Yes, I'll hook you up. So if I miss you, Lisa, because you're not gonna be on my buyer, actually you will be on my buyers list. And I'm not gonna charge you the $9.97, girlfriend. Don't worry about that. So I'll give you. I wanted to sit down with you anyways, because I know you're cranking in EN. I don't know. Anything else, guys? Pro annual. Thank you, annual. John, Marty, Lisa. And last thing. You can actually do a double opt-in. did not know that until 3 days into this current campaign. Some of you opted in and then went to my webinar page. Some of you figured out, wow, that's cool. But I also figured out you could actually build a capture page that opts them into GoToMeeting instantly at the same time, and I did not know that. But it's all with testing, right? Yeah, love you guys. I want to appreciate you guys very much. I'm gonna do some weird things with this as I look at more marketing funnels. I've been buying more products just to see how they upsell me. No, no kidding, right? If you want to be a student of the game and learn how to market, keep buying other people's things and see what triggers you, what word, what instance, what happened, how did it trigger you? Like I saw one of them was like they went in to buy and like I tried to buy, and when I tried to buy and I left, it sent me an email. It goes, "Hey Lawrence, I noticed you didn't purchase. I mean, it can't because of the price because the price is ridiculously low. Blah 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 blah." It took me back to the sales page. I'm like, "Oh, that's sexy." Right? So I'm looking at different retargeting. So if you guys have been in retargeting, I'm going to be testing retargeting on Facebook from people who come to my sales pages and abandon it. And then if they don't buy, I want to send them back into Facebook and go, "Hey, look, this is your bonus is still waiting." So I'm only going to target the people who are abandoning. Oh, that's what I forgot. Inside of lead pages, you have analytics, which means you can install pixels. In Facebook, you can start tracking website click-throughs. You can track conversions. You can put a dollar amount to it. So let's say you sell you sell cars, right? And you're building a funnel for your like you're one of the car salesmen. I know a guy in our team who sells Audis. I'm like, man, you should be building this up. Get a leads list, drive into an offer, and then using Facebook to retarget people who leave. Right? It's as simple as that, as who leave. And so these are things that I'm working with. So you can use Facebook targeting because you can drop a pixel. Facebook will give you a pixel. The simplest term what a pixel is a little bit of HTML code. You install it on like a page like this, right? And let's say, actually not a page like this, a page like this, like the goal page, right? This is the goal. I want people to come here. Now it's on here. Now when people opt in and they don't see that page, then I know there's something wrong. Like maybe my offer wasn't strong, maybe my ad copy wasn't strong enough. But I can put a value as like, well, but people are going to that page. Well, wow, whatever I did on the front end, I did with the copy, I did with my ads, is getting them to the goal page. The goal being, what do you really want to retail? Okay, so again, last thing, again, right? I know we've been going long. Again, last thing, I taught this to one of my proteges, okay, Andrea, right? Where is the money made? Now, physically, it's made on the thank you page, on the sales page. But I made I made over $1 million in one of my affiliate programs in Empower. It's made on the back end. And the more you can focus on the back end on why people aren't buying and why people are buying, that's where your money comes from, is in the back end, right? It's like people come in to buy, a Toyota Corolla, but leave with they have 5 kids. Like, you don't want a Toyota Corolla. You have 5 kids. Get a Toyota Sienna. Like, that's the upgrade. Like, they come in for one thing, but they come out being served better. The better your offer is serving your visitors, the better you get there to them, the better you can serve them, the more money you make in the back end. And the back end could be coaching, could be consulting, could be one of your high-end products, could be, whatever you want it to be. But if you're only making money on the front end, you will always be content rich but money poor, right? Because to make $1,000 a month on a $10 product, you'd have to sell 100 of those. But what if you sold $1,000 product, right? So look, here's what it is. Take care of your business, treat it like a business. I just thought this product was too cool to not have, right? And so for you guys, for my master's team, it's just first come, first serve. And I want to make sure I get with you, and when I get back, and really kind of drill down into your funnels, kind of see what you're doing with your capture pages, and at least make sure everything you have has this, at least your capture page is being split tested. Because if you're driving any type of traffic through Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, even through your business cards. Yeah, you should be split testing your traffic on your business cards. And all you got to do, like I said, is add a little question mark, and you be like, B card. So if someone comes in as a lead, you go, oh, that person came in as a business card. You know what I mean? So a lot of different ways you can do this. So congratulations to you guys. I'm gonna have this recorded, shipped out, and I think it's time for me to have some pistachios because I got the munchies. And any last questions? Brian's like, how do you join the Masters team? If you're not in Empower, hit me up on Facebook, Brian. Lawrence Tam. Hit me up, facebook.com/the Lawrence Tam. My Masters team is a very small group. It's about 155 people. And my goal is to make sure every one of those clients who come in through that course make at least 5 to 10,000 a month. Now there's some tweaking, there's some testing, but if it's the technical, I can help you with that. Not like me physically holding your hand, right? I mean, I'm only doing that for 5 people, so it's not too bad. My wife would kill me if I did it for 155 people. I'm always about taking massive action, so I want to help those who come to 5. But outside of that, if it's just you who's not doing the work, I don't feel so bad, right? It's you. It's you don't want to make the money. I'm not going to force you to. But if you really want to make that money and you just can't do it because of the technical stuff like glitches and jargon and stuff like that, this is the stuff that I can springboard you through through our classes like this and through personal coaching that I have offered. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. I will have fun time burning my feet with Anthony Robbins with the wife. So I'm going to go ahead and